stronger Major.
If this was a 2-2 game, it would make a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, the 0-2, the best of one's just not being kind to either.
Yeah, GamerLegion have looked extremely rough around the edges. And tucked in safe second mid. Understandable. CTs, they love to cross the boiler, jump spot, see if they can catch any early whiff of info. Well, not going to start that way, GamerLegion. They're going to start 4 strong on A. The setup will have a combination of hypex on the long corner, with Rez tucked in on the pocket. Snacks under the balcony. Well, he's starting to search.
NPL's tugged. Alex is going to be spotted out with the bomb as well. NPL comes bringing the fight. Great work. Profits off of the early info and the early excursion from Snacks. Here comes that util. Flash completely blinds off Rez. This is technical. And NPL's been brutal. 3 kills off the rip, and the desk put him on the spotlight as well. Keep your eyes on him and his performances. NPL at the top of the table, typically correlating with the win.
PR, he's had some tough performances this Major, looking to bounce back in stage 2.
They're coming his way. Wow.
Didn't even get a chance. All right, well, Tauson announcing his presence over towards pit. The bomb will get planted, and they're actually springing to action to deal with Tauson now. He doesn't even have any armor. Not going to matter. Kenzor rips that one away. And what a spotless start there for Bait. Easy stuff. The Essential kill doesn't really matter.
No. And if anything, you know, it's one side, it's inspiring. The other, it's very deflating for this to be the way your series starts.
I was, listening to the desk there and talking about some of the GamerLegion woes. It's the way that they've been conducting them. Like, is Snacks calling to compensate for the lack of comms or initiative being taken? Are the calls putting them in the tough spot? It doesn't really matter. It's just what we're seeing, and it's definitely not the most convincing Counter-Strike. It's not a team that was just in the grand final of IEM Atlanta a couple of weeks ago against Na'Vi, I'll tell you that much. So the wheels have come off in Cologne. It's about piecing this machine back together, because both of these teams can make a 0-2 run. I'm extremely confident in that statement. No coach for Bait here. Madden unable to be behind the team.
And they haven't put a stuffed animal in the chair.
No, not yet. I guess that came late. Stage 1, they thought, we don't need it.
They just didn't know the meta. They didn't realize the coachless.
It might not have got the same
meta.
fanfare as well. Spirit get it for free.
Yeah. Well, their intention to block half wall did rock the clock a little. We get to that minute mark as the HE from PR looks like it's going to do some chunky damage to both Alex and Essential.
Does Rez start to cheat over towards B, right? If you have the stack in the right place, you start to think to yourself, okay, well, they might have a chance in this. Otherwise, Snacks and PR need to do an awful lot between the two of them.
If you can block them and they respect it, but that might not be the case. Looks like they're going to go through.
Kenzie's coming as the HE is the late piece. This Rez will rotate over in time.
Flash through, and they're charging. Mag 10's bound into the site. Snacks controls with his 5-7. Rez as well, able to offer up just the 1. Make it 2. He's caught Sizzy on the smoke spam.
But they're not quick to plant. This gets tough now, 20 seconds.
Especially when they can start pushing you, making this as uncomfortable as possible. Kenzor a fake plant with 14 seconds on the clock.
Now they swing.
Time for this. You ain't got time for this. 10 seconds. Kenzor just can't hit his shot. Rez can. 3 kills deep. A second round conversion. Up against the force buy, they fall flat. Bait sent back to spawn.
Yeah, that's tough because without that bomb going down, they lack the extra $600. And well, atmosphere appears to be a key. You just see, well, at least we do, Tauson being quite jovial after that. So that's a huge round to win. Now the kill comes to Rez in their rotation there, but very well done from PR and Snacks, right? The HE softens them up. It makes it a whole lot easier for these 5-7s. And hypex also going to bring some energy. We know this man can be clutch. So this force lacks any real bite from Bait.
I mean, hypex was the only one putting in a shift in their best of 1 versus Bet Boom. He was doing everything he could.
It's just odd to see them disappear to such a degree.
Yeah, especially when expectations were high. Perhaps that's a contributing factor. Community started to put them in their pick'ems. Burden of additional pressure.
The bomb has been left T-stairs and everybody's gravitating towards top mid. So even if they do get the kills,
you can't explode.
Yeah, so we'll wait and see. MPL's heading back now, so this is definitely a mistake that this has been left. And now the bottom banana smoke's faded, so fortunately replenished. Oh, and the bomb spotted.
Hello. Well, that's going to give you some sort of info. Rez going down with empty hands. His M4 gets nothing.
He's splitting.
Sizzy wants that. Yeah. Yoink. Okay, they're in spawn. Good find from Snax. Catches Alex, who was trying to burrow into CT.
Interesting. The bottom banana players don't activate off of the info. They only saw one.
Snax clearing them all out. The rats in the system. Bomb's got a clear path.
Well, if Sizzy goes down here, yeah, exactly. Right, even if Sizzy dies to PR, the B players can start to activate.
But clear intent in Sizzy's movements.
Smoke CT.
Deep one. Oh my god, long range. Fair play. PR's done well there.
MPO trying to be too tricky there.
And they're pushing through. Going to try and deny him on the plant. They don't have the bullets. They're going to found the USP. Gives him a fair fight. NPL removes the first of the 1v3 and not going to be able to get away. Tauson chases him down, and GamerLegion will convert and secure themselves what should be a bit of a gimme.
Okay, so I guess calming the position that PR gets the kill from and being specific with it is hard because it's not a spot that you're often fighting. It feels like MPL's understanding of the situation is that player is further away on rotation. Otherwise, you just drop a standard CT smoke and guarantee you get the bomb down and set something up in the site. The fact that you're getting this free kill, there's still 20 seconds left. If they're taking a pause, get the smoke in, maybe a better opportunity in that one, but now it's just going to have to be the eco.
And I have to respect PR for not, immediately kind of magnetizing to the M4. He instead goes and looks for the fight on the cross and does catch them with their pants around their ankles. Fight mid off the flash. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be too exposed. Alex was the only one susceptible, and just a bit of chip damage on that HE. PR tried to be forward and instead has just gone down early to an MPL Tech 9. That's already super uncomfortable for Snax.
It's definitely forced a big rotation, but you're still confident in GamerLegion at this juncture. They have a lot of utility to block with. They're here in case there is the explosion. When you're dealing with unarmored opponents, right, these are the tough fights they essentially have to be given to you, especially that we're talking about a couple of Deagles in the mix here. So starting the reroute. GamerLegion, they don't really have a choice. They kind of have to stay in the darkness, but because it is this eco, this type of a setup is not the end of the world. hypex wanting to play for some info there. You could see him attempting to live forward, but he needs to sit back because if Tauson's under pressure, he's the only man that can support and vice versa.
Staying active for this arch wrap. Oh my god, get your nades out. Put him away. hypex goes down. It's just Tauson here. This could be a horrible round to lose. NPL's taken off Snax's head in rotation. Tauson versus the world. Gets triple swung. Kens is all comfortable, and I can't believe how comfortable that looked for Bait. They were in control the whole time somehow.
Here I am saying it shouldn't be any issues. They're playing an okay setup, and right there, that looks miserable.
What?
That pincer that happens to hypex there, right? The fact that there's a player over towards Apps as well, he's really unable to move. Just gets stuck between a rock and a hard place. And sure, GamerLegion, they win a force buy earlier in the piece, but this is essentially an eco victory. MPL putting in a shift so far, up to 6 kills. 2 more impactful ones, so feeling the flow of the game. And I thought we were just going to get back to regular scheduled programming into the next round of play. GamerLegion are the ones who are now going to suffer a bit more of a stinker in the buy department. I wonder if IMD wants to get on the mic early. He's out of his chair, and he's waltzing over to the button. Bang! All right, well, he's pressed it.
I mean, probably something he wants to just correct.
I think that this, for me, you're unhappy with how the last round went, but forget about it because you saved the M4. Rez had enough money to drop another one. So at least you get 2 M4s going, and then it's how else can we piece this together? Because the worst case scenario in this situation is you lose this next one after fully investing, and then you take an eco, and then now Bait have a 2-round lead, right? So you want to try and mitigate that as quickly as you can. So I understand this timeout, and I think it's well placed. hypex did initially invest with a scout, but I think he's been sent in a different path. He comes back in with a 5-7. Trying to make sure they facilitate a little bit of util.
So let's recap. It was that opening death that we didn't think would cost them too much.
Yeah, this is the one, right? So Alex in Apps, the fact that he limits the position of hypex there. Right, hypex takes the contact long, thinks he's going to have room to take the fight, can't back up, pinned, swarmed. That's the kill that really makes the difference. And then they have the rotation.
Just a couple of pistols and a smoke grenade.
Yeah, shouldn't be that easy. We'll see if it really counts, though. Both teams winning some low buys early on.
Yeah, let's see if they can pull this one off. A forward app set up for Tauson and hypex.
It'll be belated cheers for Bait. They win this one, they know what it means. So a very important round now is the stack heavy on A. They have sold the B bomb site. And I like this type of call as well, whether or not it works. If you lose the round because you've rolled the dice incorrectly, that's okay. You get a double dip of this and can still be competitive as opposed to having to deal with the eco into the next. Tauson pushing. Spotted.
Yeah,
Kenzie will see him. I don't know about that.
They haven't got the B space yet.
No, but Tauson's push has facilitated a heavy rotation. Both M4s will be here and blocked.
Wow, just in time. Just in time.
They have a HE to break this if they'd like, but it's always dicey against a 4-spy.
Especially 5-7's up close.
How good are the flashes?
Can they do it again? They've already won one of these.
Tauson's coming down.
Back's turn. Just as Kenzizor looks
Bomb
away,
loose.
Sizzy's lost the bomb.
Do you go forward? Do you go back? You know they've got all the info. 30 seconds. Got to make a choice.
They're running out to Tauson. If he can disrupt with the MP9, he goes running and gunning for another onto NPL, but there is a race on. hypex will be there in time. He's had his knife out, will tuck into the site, hears them coming, confirms
enough.
his suspicions. One is enough. A powerful position here, hoping to be overlooked. Attention drawn by PR, and that's the kill. Kenzizor's gone. GamerLegion, they're making it work on the pistols.
Okay, the stack worked, the rotation was there. Tauson's push not noted. I thought that Kenzizor...
We saw a flash,
well, we did.
Yeah, X-ray. That makes all the difference.
All right, well, this is starting quite nicely with the back and forth. Snacks there, good understanding of the economy. The fact that they did win the eco, they should have a full buy. You hear that just chirp out of the mouth. And yeah, this was a race, right? Tauson, I also love the fact he stays proactive there and just swings into them. hypex gets set up by PR, and he delivers. Timeout called. And not by the coach. There isn't one behind Bait.
Does someone have to kind of wheel their chair over to the button?
I guess they're still able to type it in.
Okay,
I suppose. I guess you have to have some type of a
accommodation.
system.
Yeah.
You know what? Alex can't get out of the chair and take his headset off.
Can't be doing that.
Well, the same thing I just said regarding the GamerLegion timeout now applies to the Bait timeout. So we're in a bit of a tug of war right now. Nobody's won out on the finances truly, even though GamerLegion technically did. They were unable to convert against that eco.
It's okay. I think GamerLegion should be terrified because NBL's got a Tech 9.
He's done his best work with the pistols so far, hasn't he?
He has.
Well, I think because you know you're going up against a buy, you're just going to approach this more standard if you're GamerLegion, which means you probably fight for some banana control, and they're starting 3 strong.
Wow. Early chip damage connects. 3 players worse for wear. Blocked by the incendiary as they progress middle.
I think Ascenthiel's just missed his smoke there, banana. It's bounded back towards him.
Up middle without a care in the world. I'm sure hypex has learned his lesson. He calls for the flash from Tauson and confirms no one's home.
Rackets control this early is a nice boon for Bait. Gives them some wiggle room considering they haven't contested banana just yet. Snack's heading back over to deal with the mid to B possibility, and Rez pokes his nose in from library. So they've called that clear as PR continues to send damage downrange banana, showing that, hey, we still have this full information. Sizzy comes back with the orb. Can he catch PR on a jump spot?
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him. This kid's quick. Just like that on the jump spot, PR sat down. Looks like acceleration on the cards.
Well, Snack's going to play silent in the back of the site or try and stuff him in the choke.
Yeah, he didn't have the block smoke, so he is just going to try and tuck on Nubox and hope it's not Molotov'd.
This rotation miles away.
It's just Snacks up against the entire squad.
hypex can flash, but not yet.
Looking the wrong way, catches the perfect timing for Snacks. Here comes that flash. Perfect team play. hypex sets up Snacks. He's still alive at the back of the site, stubborn in defense of B, and that clock is ticking. Kenzizor finally fells him, but with 10 HP left, he's susceptible to spray. Nice again, Sizzy on the follow-up.
He's got a plant, 10 seconds.
Is applied, flank from NPL, catches Rez, but doesn't find it cleanly, and GamerLegion will win out the tug of war.
Okay, that one's tense, isn't it? Snacks does so well there back of the site. He's got two choices. I either just try and mow them down to the choke point of the mouth of the banana and buy time for the rotation, or I hide. And the first one he has to do on his own. Hypex was still just darting through CT spawn. This is great from Sizzy. We know he can hit these type of shots. They start skyrocketing towards that B site. It's the correct call. This flash comes in, well timed. The fight has already been taken, and bang, Ascenthio goes down, and so does the round.
You could put that round in a Counter-Strike textbook. You really could. Just the fact that Snacks, he catches the moment that they're clearing dark, his back is turned, and the teammates flash for number 2. Beautiful.
Well, they lost an eco before.
This is even less threatening.
Exactly. So we have a hard time seeing this one going against GamerLegion. And even more so now. Kenzie Zortli is out top middle, displaying some of those frustrations, just takes the fight on his own. Seeing if he can chip in with the Deagle, but it's Hypex to take another. And this will be a 2-5 scoreline in a couple of kills' time. I think if you look at the Stage 2 results for GamerLegion, those results display domination. That's against them. Whereas for Bait, theirs were pretty close. Definitely winnable games. The Foot result, coming into this, I think the problem with Foot is you're dealing with major rookies, but at no point this year have they played like inexperienced characters. They're new on the screen.
Oh, for sure.
Well, they look like they've been doing it for a while, and that's when you look at the Na'Vi Academy and just the amount of officials and reps, right? That's not including practice and all the time. They're a family over there.
And that Bait Foot game, I'm pretty sure that was the last round where Foot just called a straight B rush. You know, like Bait were so close to OT and just got B rushed into a 13-11 scoreline.
I really look forward to this G2 versus Foot game later today.
I think that's definitely most anticipated game of the day.
And there was a bit of back and forth on Twitter between, I think, the 9Z owner and Overdrive. So the Spirit versus 9Z game. That was a couple weeks ago. But still, I saw Prof out there on Twitter today stirring the pot.
Classic. We do like our beef. Medium rare in Counter-Strike.
Okay, well, that's now 3 on the trot for GamerLegion as the guns come out. Says he does not have his AWP this time. Senthiel, one of the men tasked on this Bait side to deal with the banana control.
That GamerLegion smoke kind of nullifies the T smoke that was thrown further forward. If you dare.
Looks like they want to try and just pounce into A. So when you're making a call like this, if you're Alex, you're assuming they're starting 3 strong B, whether it's out the gate for just a quick dump of Utilin sprawling down, or they do like a second wave. And they're somewhat right. Snacks is in 2 minds now, just being the courier of utility. And while this is happening, Bait is slowly taking this space.
Unannounced bracket control.
Smoke in the air from Alex.
2 of them.
Snux is going to burrow in side, and PR's now rotated to deal with Long, but he's going to be smoked off. So likely see him push through this when action begins.
Kenzizor blocked as well. Short moves first. Easy pickup. Tauson, 1. Traded by Kenzizor. Looking good on the balcony. Slays another trigger. Discipline from Rez. Outrageous! Oh, no. He's done a little too much there. Ascenthio just caught a whiff. And PL gets a freebie, and this one is going Bait's way for a 3rd.
Yeah, you better run, Hypex. They're coming for you. MPL wants this off. He doesn't want you to carry this through, and he's going to get his way. Trigger gets stuck there, but that all picked up for Sizzy and Bait, and they snatch another one. That's 3 rounds now, nothing consecutive, and that's what they need to break the finances of GamerLegion. Yeah, Rez is going to be feeling a bit hot under the collar after this because Tauson, the pit player, does his job. Rez goes overlooked, and then Ascenthio going to Graveyard. An odd spot considering the nerf. And we've seen a lot of that from PR all major long. Oh, what? Okay, well, 5 bullets and Sizzy, the AWPer, dead through a smoke.
Might be the first time Rez has done that.
He's definitely going to be feeling hard done by there, Sizzy. So, opening advantage granted. I think that's making up for the previous round for Rez.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, that's the redemption right there immediately. Lady Luck thought he got a little bit of a bad side, yes, in the previous round. Smoke, break,
Okay.
boosted. I kind of like the idea. Didn't pay off. The Sentinel's still up there, though. I say that as actually PR forces him down. Pushing in. Snacks loses his head to a Sentinel despite the health discrepancy in the exchange.
Good output considering the circumstances.
Yeah, solid.
And now they have a decent amount of utility for this B finish. Long smoke to block for now. At least keep Tauson busy. Hypex's AWP is in pit. Rez cheating back over towards A because of that pressure. So this is all on PR. No util.
2 kills so far by PR's name. He needs another.
Rez can't even help him with a flash.
It's just a smoke spam, a little bit of chip damage, nothing to report.
They don't get anything.
Ooh. Oh, he's got one onto a Sentinel, and Kensitor caught something on the cross as well. Spam from Rez and Tauson did connect a little.
They do have a kit and a smoke on Hypex, but he's the last man to the party right now, and they've just been blocked over towards Coffins again. Time is going to be the deciding factor in this. Bait, can you hold on?
And Scissor's hearing all of their relocation, retooling. PR and Hypex tasked with a defuse. That bomb is ticking at a rapid rate. NPL still hanging out on the banana side. They're going for this late smoke that will block NPL. He might have to play on spam first. Alex spotted towards Dark. Not clearing Kensizor. Overlooked completely. All too easy. Hypex 1.
Round.
That's round. Bait take the B side. Alex going to go down with the ship, but he will take a 4th round with him.
Well, we know it's a tough site to retake. Everyone has a hard time on this map. The fact that GamerLegion don't consider the save, it's because PR chips away at that kill onto Ascenthiel. And then with the man advantage, you're going to give it a go, but a lot lost there for GamerLegion.
Could you reiterate what led to PR being so alone on that site? Because it was...
A long smoke comes in. They're playing Hypex pit on his own, right? And they don't really have a lot of information. They didn't have eyes on bracket, so they're not sure if anybody has that control. And at that point, also, if they come flooding out of apartments into Hypex, he's in pit on his lonesome, right? And that's not a good spot. So it's also one of these things which is aggressive. They've extinguished the smoke, and he's got this full control. And where are the possibility? They're going to flash him back. He rattles off a shot, and that's information.
Yeah, and I don't know what Rez is supposed to get done here. The Zeus up close. Will Kensizor really get caught out by this? I don't know if that's the world we live in. Yeah. Good management of his angles to keep the distance from the close wall. Nice shot from PR's Desert Eagle. Ascenthiel charging towards him as well. And, okay, Kensizor.
And now you hunt, you know that Hypex has this AWP. And if you try and take this out of his hands, it's 2,400 lost going into the next round of play. So you remove this, it's a choice he's going to have to make.
Some save simulator for Hypex. What have you got here? Sizzy and Kensizor are on the way.
Well, that Zeus just recharged.
Don't know if Hypex heard that. I think he was a bit too far away. Maybe. And easy peasy.
Well, Sizzy's beelining it for that AWP. Look, Hypex with the lost bonus is in a position to buy an AWP, but it's Inferno, and I think he's going to have to prioritize utility, so it means that he won't have an AWP in this round. It means he's going to have to go M4 with nades because the money's just not there. So the choice has been made. He has equipped a silenced M4, and we're all tied up 5 apiece. 3 rounds back consecutively from Bait now.
It's a very nice T-side at this point. A good T-side haul. Could be more.
I think your biggest issue right now for this A defense of GamerLegion is the fact that they seem to be taking halls and boiler and then brackets before they're even worrying about banana control, which is putting so much more pressure on Tauson as your anchor, and then whoever his rotation player is, whether it's Hypex, Rez, sometimes Snacks cheating back.
All of this util implies fast A. And it very well will be. It's just Tauson. He's got a Molotov at his feet, does get a chance to reposition.
That's a good block smoke. They want to call this off or go through.
Good smoke. They're going to try. Kensizor fully blind. Easy pickings. That might slow him down. Yeah, you can see them receding. He chose to commit. Alex has the bomb in apartments. They're going to test Rez. And he's in a perfect position. The off angle slays. Just gets the 2, gets the 3 of them. Racks them up. 5 alive for GamerLegion for their 6th.
And clunky there. I think Kensizor gets team flashed as he's coming out of apartments, dropping into pits. So he's going to be mildly frustrated about that one because that's the difference between him getting the entry kill and being a silly looking opening death. But it happened so quickly, and Well, here it is, yeah, so the flash lands on the lip of the van, he drops in pit, Tauson, easiest kill he's going to get all game, and then Rez, well, he makes this look like the easiest kills he's going to get all game. Beautiful stuff. Just playing the off angle on Archer, and we got the final round of the half. Can we keep this one tied up? It's been level throughout, both teams winning lighter buys. Both teams looking solid in their approach.
Let's see what round 12 has in store for us. Looks like they are preparing to take the fight half wall. Off the flash from Snacks, and PR just takes Essential out of the round.
PR's thinking, finally, I actually get to take some fights at Banana. That's his first opening kill of the half.
Alex down to half health off the back of the HE.
Boosting up. There's something here.
Yeah, PR down and out. Alex 666 finds a necessary frag back. Looks like Kensington's trying to smoke walk, and Snacks has read him like a book.
Don't.
Don't.
We don't need the Snacks antics now.
None of
Mate,
that.
this is a 0-2 game.
This is for survival.
This is your map choice. Get yourself the 7-5 half, big man.
It is only Rez here, so if they get him cleanly, never mind. He's handled it with poise. GamerLegion 7, bait 5. It's tit for tat. It's back and forth, and it's still all up for debate. But don't forget, end of this series, loser goes home.
It's just a beat. Now move your body. Cause everybody's gonna need somebody. It's just a beat. Now move your body. Cause everybody's gonna need somebody.
in first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there. Oh, what a jumping double for Cole! What is going on right now? How does he do this? Cole is save Luminosity with the all-play.
We're live. GamerLegion's pick in a do-or-die affair. Stage 2 ends here. The Major ends here for one of Bait and GamerLegion. Not the teams I would have expected to see in a 0-2 match. And now we're ready for our second half. It's GamerLegion's pick, and they did manage to wrestle for a 7-5 lead.
This is one of the weaknesses in Bait's map pool. If you take a look, they're top heavy, right? They love their Mirage, they love their Ancients. They got Mirage coming up next, their home turf. They won the pistol in the first half thanks to MPL, getting some crispy ones. He had 6 kills in the first 4 rounds to power them for 2 of those first 4. Let's see if they can make it 2 from 2 in the pistols. That's a whole lot of numbers, but a reactive pistol set up on the T side from GamerLegion. So hypex is there with the flash in case they get challenged. That decoy towards half wall to try and flush anybody out playing close with dual Berettas. It's a passive stance from Bait on B with the Senthiel, Sizzy, and Alex. It's the A defense that brings into question. Kenzizo and MPO on the long side. If they get smoked off, they lose the sight and maybe the round with it.
And that's exactly what's coming.
And Moto smoke from hypex. Well,
so
you're going to play through this. It's kind of crazy.
Best bet. 1 spams, 1 hits.
What?
God, 2 hit it, and now no one's looking at Kensis. Oh, doesn't hit it. Tauson saved by the bell.
Oh, thanks MPL for those 2 kills, because now the retake is possible.
Yeah, it certainly is. At least the bomb goes down for GamerLegion. Now it's a question of if you can turn the tides of battle here. NPL probably not done. He's elected to just hide out Moto, let his boys group up, and in the chaos, he'll emerge, hoping to catch someone not looking. It's PR that's starting to survey the savannah. He's going to have a flash in his face from Alex. And Ascential can clear out. Tauson still gets 1. Not bad output. Same from Rez. Catches NPL, and the Glocks are hitting their shots. Just Sizzy on sight. Can't seem to find the headshot required. He's got 1 point of health and no time for this. Rez will close it down. That is not an easy round to win with NPL finding 2 on the entry.
And that means that Kenzi's or whiff really does come back to cost them. I think MPL's double, you think, okay, that's going to be enough. It doesn't matter that Kenzi's or couldn't connect the dots right there, but now in the grand scheme of things, this is the double kill. They know they're at mid, he's just peppering away. The fact he gets a double, they're jumping, trying to avoid this. They run into side, Tauson gets 1 immediately traded. MPL gets a 3rd for the round, and I'll tell you what that means. It means Kenzi's or gets an M4 in this one. Short hypex lets out a roar, and that's Kenzo having a bit of a mare right there, but he can make good on this immediately. We've already had some Force Spy wins, some eco wins.
And Kensizor just immediately reveals that M4 with an opening kill. Snacks removed from the pack.
And I love his decision there. He shows the M4, gets the kill, and then immediately rotates to B in case of a reaction.
He's kind of treating it like the AWP of the round.
There's going to be time for him to rotate back and forth now that Sizzy's blocked top mid. So this is working quite nicely. They've shown presence top middle, and they have more util over towards B. Senthiel can block with this smoke if you'd like, but maybe you were hoping for an invitation. Alex with the flash. Senthiel tucked in close, and Kenzi's all ready to mow them down. The util being lined up now for GamerLegion on this execute. The MPL and Sizzy flank can be fast. They know top mid's clear. This is all on B.
Second wave, they wait for the smokes to be up, and then have just laden the site with flame. Senthiel forced into the fight. Kensis, oh, that's that hero M4 living up to the prefix. PR back 2. Finds and denies Kensizor with more. Alex catches 2 backs turned. Just hypex remaining. It's a 1v2. It is winnable, but with 20 seconds, it's high stress. NPL coming in from the banana side. He's gone for the fake plant, gets the info off.
Now he knows.
Now he knows. 17 seconds and counting. NPL scavenges a kit and an M4. Hypex wouldn't just hold it, would he? Fakes the steps, swings on out. NPL, you beast.
Mate.
Denies.
He's doing that without the armor. He's the man that dropped the M4 there. That one's on a tightrope right there, and the smiles on the face of Sizzy. Kensizor makes up for the mare on the pistol, and we have similar scenes to the first half of play. We exchanged the pistols, we exchanged the forces, and Kensizor, I think he was red in the face after the pistol round. Thought, nah, that ain't happening again, not on my watch.
But I love that as well. Like, it's just those little actions. The fact that you said, no worries, mate, here's an M4, show us what you got. Shakes it off immediately. Very cool. Good to see the bait ranks have got trust in one another.
GamerLegion don't actually want to get involved in the Force by Wars, but that does mean they're going to have 2 rounds that look very similar. So right now they've gone 5 digs. They're going to allow all the util to be siphoned through and then just search for headshots. But then into the next round with only 1,900 loss, I'll let you guys do the maths. It's not enough for a full buy. So they can have 2 lighter investments. Or maybe they've got a crazy pocket strat into the next. Maybe some Galils. We'll have to wait and see. That'll count for everything. Slow and steady. The Deagle.
He hit it.
Oh, mate.
What?
NPL lucky to be alive there. Might have to buy some stocks in wine barrels.
Yeah, I think so. They're made out of Kevlar. Adds to the taste.
Optic stickers on that Sizzy M4 there. That's probably going to be the highlight of this round. Oh, peppered away. Hypex gets something.
Yeah, and if Kensizor puts his head in the vice, a chance presents itself for Hypex. He was unable to make good on it. You just got Snax' recovered M4. And Kensizor. Lovely.
Okay, well, 6 kills for Kensizor in the last 2 rounds of play. That one was an easy one. But you can see what I mean with the money now. We've got 3.7 on the high end for Hypex. It's 2.7 on the low end for Snax. So this is not buy territory.
I just want to see some nades, you know? Like, it can't just be another one of those Deagle rounds.
I think Deagles, we've mentioned this earlier in the tournament, I think, especially on a map like Inferno, if you're going to be light buying, I would prefer to see Tech 9s than even P250s as opposed to Deagles, because a lot of the time you are just going to be looking at smokes.
Right.
And this one's even lighter than the last. So what was 5 Deagles previously is just 2 and some flashes. So you got your wish with the nades.
Off the second flash, they'll go, and Essential could have himself a bit of a farm fest. Partners up with his teammate, nearly get it all shut down cleanly. It's just Snax that eventually gets something in the kill feed for GamerLegion.
This buying pattern from GamerLegion does mean that this is a full buy without any compromises. Everybody has an AK. You should have full sets of util. Tauson's just missing a couple of flashes and a HE. But we're not dealing with Galils, right? Yeah. There's no concern that you're floating around with weaker weaponry than you should have. However, that's allowed Bait to have 2 very strong rounds back-to-back and build a big nest of cash. So they've got a residual buy. Deep banana smoke from spawn. It looks like this one... I was going to say is reactive because we started 4 T-stairs and only 1 second mid, but maybe they were expecting...
Essential, empty hands. Alex actually able to provide. Wow, continues to stick around and pummels Snax that softens him up for the NPL HE. Team play.
Looked like that was starting miserably for Bait.
Make themselves out of trouble.
Well, Alex is still the walking wounded. His support network is MPL, who's cheating over now.
Sizzy's pushing apps.
Beautiful. Beta looking dialed in. Kensizor rotating over as well, so... Sizzy with the audacious play. I'm surprised he doesn't just stay second mid to make sure they can't go back A, but maybe they're certain for this B finish. 50 seconds. Here they come.
It's unlikely Alex is going to get too much more done. Even loses an extra point of health from the impact of the grenade. And there's that flank. Healed, yeah, commits to the spray.
You've got nades, Chief. Just block them in.
And they are forced forward. Horrible feeling for GamerLegion. How do you get out of this one? Raw aim. Smoke phase. And a headshot from Hypex. Equalizes. Now NPL catches them with back to turn, but there's another trade from Hypex, and it actually looks like GamerLegion have done enough. Sizzy was last seen banana. He's gone round the world and booked by Hypex for number 3. I don't know how they've done that.
Come on, guys, be loud, kurva.
You can see it's starting to come out of players who historically, you know, keep it loud, but keep it a bit more to themselves. It's coming out of everybody. The type of environment where you can see your opponents between the rounds, and they're awfully close, especially the players who are on the end. But this is very poor from Bait in terms of the finish. They had all the information. The stack was in the correct place, just unable to hit the shots, and feels like they're doing it individually there. Sizzy, the spam behind, it's kind of like the Kensizor on the pistol round situation. It's like, okay, it shouldn't matter.
You had the numbers, you had the info.
Exactly.
Now you've got a nade right in your crotch.
So both teams losing some rounds that they shouldn't, but that's setting us up for an exciting game. 9-8, 1 round gap. Maybe Sizzy can make good from that mare with his signature weapon. He's got the AWP in hand. So MPL rotates over to B to be 3 strong with Alex and Essential. And given a lot of room to be able to organize themselves, our GamerLegion. Audible dismount there on the half wall, so GamerLegion are not in a rush. They're expecting a sweep behind that smoke. Considering they have nobody brackets and we're at the 45-second mark, PR is merely just presence. They let him search to try and find a way out just in case. So 30 seconds now. MPL's close on this rotation, has a flash to alley-oop.
Just been blocked. Ooh, PR finding
Do you rotate? You've got time if you go right now.
It looks like they might.
Oh, they're going in. They're going in.
Committing in. Rez with the bomb on his back just leads the charge. Easy pickings. Just shut down. Running through the grey screen, a death sentence. Hypex loses his AWP. They're going to lose everything here. Snags too many targets. Too little time. Hang on a second. PR's going to get the bomb planted. An ace clutch available to him. A masterful spray down. Puts him into the 1v1. Did he spot him? Did he spot him? I don't think so. Kensisor's worried about Dark. Two bullets. It has to be that one tap. Kensisor's cleared him.
Oh.
Nice. What would have been incredibly heroic.
Oh, PR. You do an awful lot of damage there. He knows that clutch. It was in touching distance. Kensisor just picking up all the governs from that one. That'll be 9. We're tied up here.
Crazy.
Another round where Bates like, okay, well, you've shut them down. They've executed into your stack, even though you lost one on the other side of the map. And a timeout called from IMD. Okay. Taking stock of the financial situation. Well, PR getting the bomb down and getting all those kills. He has 4K. Snacks and Tauson are in Galil or AK territory if they'd like. I even feel you could justify a hero AK on PR. Even a hero Galil if you want it to be safe. Oh, they're shoving. Okay, they're going all in. They understand that coming down to a 1v1 means that Bates' finances are at breakpoint. Sure, they're able to invest here as we catch just the mowdown and the grey screen. Right, this is simple stuff.
But in seconds, he comes in with that 3K.
It's all about the money, right? That's likely why GamerLegion have shoved here, because if they win this, it's 1,400 loss for Bait. And we are late in the game, tied up at 9-9.
An awful lot riding on this then.
Again, that is likely why we see this pace, but in the previous, sure, PR was able to get the brackets control and get the kill, but it also came late. He only started to make those moves at about 45 seconds. Look at this sweep. They know there's no AWP on the other side. They're taking their chances.
Sentinel's just waltzing down middle, and they're not looking. Tauson nearly goes down to NPL with some composed taps, and it's baiting in Essential with a block smoke. You're going to operate under the assumption that there's absolutely no chance. Off the HE, MP9 gets nothing. They're wounded. GamerLegion do have the man up, though.
Get a little information that there's plenty of bodies. T stares, and still more chip damage done. MPL tickles a few as they now take this banana space. Kensisor rotating away. It's just Alex on the jiggle.
Blocked at 40 seconds.
The last few rounds, Bait have had the read and have been in the right place. Now they're in a 2-2 as Kensisor meanders back over. Execute lines up.
Alex on first orange. Kensisor with that little flash and swing through the smoke plate. It's all about the timing.
Two of them. A's not rotating to help.
Triple molly. Here we go. Awkward for Alex. Finds a safe haven behind second orange. Kensisor just tries to unload his mag, but then there's a flash. Beautiful. PR able
15.
to dispatch Kensisor. It's just Alex 666, and he's traded. Tauson provides, and the site is lost.
It'll be a save now. Sizzy and MPL cannot risk going for this with the loss bonus at 1,400. Sizzy can drop an M4 into the next as long as they hold on to this, and Well, right now, when the penny drops, the Snacks want to call them off the leash to go for a little bit of a hunt.
I mean, you already highlighted how important that hunt could be.
It doesn't look like they're moving, right? They don't want to give anything away and allow a way back in for Bait to just snatch a silly round. So they're going to pick up what they can, and they're going to walk away with double digits first. This has been quite a back and forth game. The longest streak of rounds we've had is 3. And Kenzizor, so it looks so desperate, right? Because the util comes in, he thinks they're definitely committing with it. He plays ahead, just standing in the open, spraying an easy target for PR to take down.
Yeah, I do actually. I really admired that. Like, there's 3 steps to their BXX. It's the smokes, then they wait, they plume, then the mollies, then the flash for the person that's just swung pool. This flash right here.
Oh, Kenzizor, he's going to be absolutely spewing with how that's unfolded. And the save being called there, that was the better of the options. Okay, so Sizzy drops an M4, they save one, and they have the AWP. It's MP9s for Alex and Kenzizor. Starting 3 strong B with that AWP. Sizzy's going to look for a pick. Coming through.
Oh, they've already flashed him. Snacks is already up car. Sizzy could be caught out by a wide swing here if he's not careful. Oh, yeah, booked by the flashbang. Snacks picks up the frag. Essential alone on the coffins, and a nice pickup. Removes Snacks' head.
Bombs down T-Stairs, they can reroute. They don't have to commit to this. That happened so quickly, I think they thought they'd just find the knockout blow, but while this has happened in Banana, Kenzizor, he's been liberated. He's pushed all this way.
There's no way PR's going to consider this at such an early juncture. He's hearing all of this. Huge amount of information relayed.
Has to be careful with his movements. Cannot give away a step.
Flank. Backs a turn. So much information. 3 visible. Gets the late piece of hypex on Banana. Now uncomfortable. The flash is there. NPL just the one. Still, Essential able to scurry into the site in time. He's well positioned for this. He's likely to be overlooked. How's the cover? Wow, PR! Great awareness. Sweeps through the site, ensures it's clear. Puts us in a 2-on-2. Lick of the Flame puts Alex on 56. Block smoke Moto. It's this abs push from Kenzizor that's just been spotted by PR. They got the info. They know where both of the CTs are coming from. They've got a crossfire established. Everything dictates this should be GamerLegion's 11th. Flying into the site is Kenzizor. Alex 666 with the odds stacked against him. And PR just taking heads. Wow, that's an impactful round out of PR, turning his game around. 16 frags now for the young gun.
Well, I'm just going back to see if I can catch it. Just not connecting perfectly. Bait, look at this flash that's thrown. That's what flashes MPL. I'm glad the replay team had that covered. I just had to go back and double check. He's flashed MPL in a position to take the fight. They're just trying to not win the round on their own, but they're taking chances and the comms aren't flowing. So that is a very costly flash. And now the score 11-9. They have to take an eco. This should be 12 for GamerLegion.
Yeah, should being the operative. Kenzizor's decided it might not be. Desert Eagle headshot onto PR.
Gotta slow your roll. You can't just keep trying to win these rounds on their own. Obviously, this is the eco with just the pistol upgrade. You need a little bit more heroics. This is his turn.
He peeks now. He's got Snacks on his screen, and he's got him body shotted. Kenzizor the follow-up. Finds hypex trying to surge forward. This one's slipping through GamerLegion.
Has to fight.
Can't lose 2 ecos. Rez has found Kenzizor. Okay. NPL going forward at this.
No way he goes in boiler.
He wants to just take the head! Tauson was on the back pedal! The audacity from NPL. They've hit some bangers, sure.
Oh, Rez, he's the high flyer right now. 21 kills, 1v2. This should have been a gimme.
Exercises a bit of patience here, hoping for an overreaction, an overstep.
Yeah, but now he's letting those seconds tick by, and the longer it goes, he will be committed to A.
Here it comes. Here it comes. MPL's pushing forward. His back is turned. Gets a Senthiel. Looking for the next one. And it's a Deagle bullet to the belly. Bait have pulled it off. They've bailed themselves out. They've got Kensizor and MPL's double kills to thank.
I don't know how you keep the mental in it now. You've lost 2 ecos. 2 proper ecos,
in one map.
I'm not talking full with just Glocks and USPs, but I'm talking unarmored opponents. And MPL has been instrumental in some of these forced by victories throughout, whether that's dropping M4s or hitting bangers. That's a big round. And what should have been the 12, that should have been 12 every day of the week. You cannot be losing those. That is inexcusable. And the fact there have been multiple within one spies. But that's different. There's weapons, there's smokes, there's armor. You got 5.7s on the CT side. This is just a couple of upgraded pistols and a whole world of destruction. You think the mental bait, they're a young team, right? Sizzy, you think this kid's going to be feeling a lot of pressure. He's 16 at his first major. GamerLegion, sure, still some fresh faces on that squad, but they should have more experience and be able to hold on to a round like this. Now they're the ones in the financial woes, and Kensizor, he shows he can make some noise. Bait, they can snatch this away in the final throws of Inferno.
And it's ugly. MP7, Galil, Tech 9, it's all higgledy-piggledy.
This has been different from the other Stage 2 games for GamerLegion that have looked like landslides. This one been looking more comprehensive while still a back and forth game. But look at the opening stance here from Bait. Not running down Banana, looking for the challenges, not giving an opportunity top mid at the start of the round. And the restraint on the util. That's the key. The fact that we are at 1 minute and 10 and they still have 4 smokes. You're just going to get blocked here.
It's going to have to be brute force. There's one of them. At 1 minute, the first half wall blocked. Retake util.
Channeling them into A with this. There's 3 smokes, so they can just go long, moto, and go. Oh, double smoke long. No moto smoke.
Yikes, yikes. Tauson's going to throw it late. No, he's not.
Oh, the wheels have come off it.
They're dumping util, though. At least they've avoided that salvo. Belt a little equal now. Block smoke on short.
30 seconds.
You are screwed.
You got to go through this.
It better be the world's best flashbang. PR's coming from Abs. Tauson late long. Hang on a second, Sizzy. On to Snacks. 19 seconds. Tauson onto Sizzy. Hang on. Maybe there's a way.
Rotating.
Maybe there's a way.
It's just the 2 here.
It's just an MP7 on res. Pathing into the site and a dead man. Easy pickings. Kensizor's done enough. Bomb is loose. And it looks like Bait will be taking 11. Just like that.
You can see Bait, there's still a mystery on the board. The fact that 2 players are staying back a B the entire time. They're not feeling enough pressure and presence, but they're sticking to their guns. They're not over-rotating. They're not cheating elsewhere. They are having faith in their setups and their individuals to deliver. And you're going to force buy out the game now if you're GamerLegion.
Whoever told them to hold their util that round is a genius. I mean, you could just see how awkward that made GamerLegion's round. They just didn't have a chance. Staring at a smoke with what?
Now they're going to try Clubber in time. It's going to be likely just a B rush here. They're going pre-extinguish into this.
Here we go. Caution to the wind. Flash connects, forces them back, and Tech 9's are accelerate. You're not going through an incendiary. You're going to try. Snag's trying to forge a path, trying to get hectic. You know he likes a smoke push, but Essential knows all too well, and he's done well. USP to finish. PR a dead man. Another from the USP, and GamerLegion are in trouble.
It's going to be the same again in terms of the buy, whether or not it's the same call. Losing that second eco in this map, the tilt, they've fallen off the edge of the planet.
Well, the desk were talking about how Bait love a close game. It doesn't get closer than this. They've lost a 13-11 and a 13-10 to put them here in this elimination match, and now perhaps the 13-11 is theirs to start off proceedings in this elimination best of 3.
That's their map choice, and Mirage up next. Are they going for something poppy towards B again? Snacks leading the charge once more.
We're just trying again. We're just going to try again. This one's a little more tempered.
I did hear the typing. And no damage was done there. I think that's what likely the admins were just quickly looking for. Fortunately, no damage was done. Oh, dead mouse. Okay, yeah, you can see that plugged in. Saw that immediately. So I don't know how long he gets or if he has to play wired, but right now he needs a bit more cable. You're not going to be able to play with that. Your swipes are going to be causing a...
Did you bring a bungee from home?
Not going to matter in this case, is it? He's going to have to
get it unwired.
Untether
so
this.
Get it loose.
Mate, if you're already mad, adding this into the mix.
Oh, gosh.
That's the thing. That's your responsibility, unfortunately. Okay, well...
I mean, you know, I've got a lot of time and a lot of respect for Snax. If he can rustle his team into overtime, I will be in awe.
Both teams have had some rounds where they definitely should have won, right? There's a couple that stand out for bait where they had flanks, they had them locked in, they had man advantages, but the problem is the ones that GamerLegion lost were gimmies, right? A couple of landslide rounds off the back of those. They did the hard work against the lighter buys, the forces. It's a different call. Last round they were going to be heading towards Banana. This is... bit of a different look. So given a moment to come up with a new plan, Snax has had second thoughts. This is his AWP, end of apartments. Kenzie's alongside, 3-man B stack, starting to take space top Banana now. They're going second wave. They're going to call Banana clear. That might force the hand of GamerLegion to go ahead of schedule.
Sizzy scoped up in the apartments. They're going to double swing him. A tight line that works out, pays dividends, PR down and out, another opening death for him. He has to watch now as his team try and fight to extend play on Inferno.
And now they're 4A.
They've got all the bodies they need, Chad. Bait on the GamerLegion's pick, holding on by their fingertips, and one back, that's all. It's a consolation prize, just Tauson versus the world. 1 versus 3, forces Sizzy off the line, does well to remove the AWP. Anticipates, he's trying to find the bomb. He's doing it with a wide mouse. Alex on sight, swings on it, overlooks completely. Bait take map 1. A crazy series of events there, but it was up and down, economy to and fro, back and forth. It's the ecos that will haunt GamerLegion, no doubt.
Yeah, that one is going to leave a mark on the mental. It's already been tough for GamerLegion in Stage 2. A loss to Astralis, a loss to BetBoom, and maybe, just maybe, a loss to Bait are brewing here in this 0-2 game. One that they were in, one that they had chances, but those rounds are unforgivable. We're going to throw this one down to the desk.
Yeah, we're back at IEM Cologne 2026 with an
loss to Legacy, 13-3, and Sinavi, 13-3, and they're also yet to play it here at the Major. So what have they worked on in the time between Atlanta and now? We're about to find out together. Let's see if they've got what it takes to dig deep. It's all about the mental.
You're on the ropes now. One map separating you from packing your bags and your Major being over. 2 Stage 1 teams in that 0-2. Stage 2.
Yeah, not the ones we'd expect either, right? Especially when we had Tyloo, FlyQuest. I think that results has come to its conclusion. And away we go in the pistol round here. Connector smoke. Just gives the vision of Snax, and we'll window darted in as well. 2 in through underpass, 2 out top mid. And Rez on the line.
Yeah, he's gone down. Wow, Alex able to find that from the underpass quickly, and now immediately setting NPL up for success. Snax is tending to this.
A, though.
And he's not. Oh, found it cleanly.
Still running into the stack.
They are. There's still 3 bodies here. Now hypex onto Essential. 2 CT and PR should be overlooked. Nice clean click. Can't deny, but there's a nice one back from hypex. Long range from PR activates. And Tauson puts a lid on it.
Okay, the stack pays off. Just walk straight into that there, even though the opening success came their way. The desk highlighting Rez had a very good performance on map number 1. We'll see if he can keep it up here into map number 2. He'll be the short player for the defense of this.
Stack in the right place, though, and you can see that great reaction from hypex. He had his Glock headshot hit. Still able to stabilize.
And again, that's how they started map number 1. Tauson bringing some energy, trying to be a bit goofy. I mean it in the nice way, maybe not the modern Zoomer way, but it's about holding on to these. We've already seen them lose some very bad rounds, and this one is going to be the eco, so I want to say no chance. No, with Mirage as well, Rez is their highest rated player on the CT side of this map this year. It's nice that with the way that the majors are now, instead of doing last 3 months, which was, I think, the default for stats, I think it's nice to summarize things by the season. So you're able to kind of piece it together. And all 5 there. That's an Eco Bash ace for PR. I wish I'd get more excited about them.
Well, not really. That one particularly wasn't anything to write home about, but it is important if you put it into the player's perspective.
Sure.
You just, you know, let's not forget they lost 2 ecos, lost against 2 ecos in the first map. You're just being able to like, oh yeah, we can do that.
It's good for the stat line.
Great for the stats as well, which is something PR could use a little help with.
Oh, he's jumping out mid, PR.
Okay, looking to find his game. I mean, there's no better time than on the precipice of elimination. There is a second wave of flashes coming from Sizzy that look like it will have PR's number.
Waiting for Kenzie on MPL's crawl before these flashes get released.
Okay, I think the internal timing, PR realized he would be vulnerable to this, and well-timed HE puts Kenzizor low.
I do like that opening because it's showing some confidence, and PR's the A defender. They've started in middle for a fight, so using that sharp tool, see if he can win out a duel for an opening incision, and just a barrage of utility.
4 HEs.
Kenzizor. His bell rung from the first one has just slowed that roll. Window smoke now, as they will be able to get this mid control. Oh, no, they can't. Snacks. Opening kill.
And blocked on the short side. Snacks goes down to NPL, and easy pickings. He catches PR hunting him down. It's NPL again opening up the account for bait. He did it on the first map as well. Tauson's been spotted out now, and it's easy for Alex.
What's happened there? It looks so good. The mid-hold was great. They get the opening kill. They're harassing with the U2, and blink and you miss it. That should not have been that easy in favor of bait, considering the circumstances.
It was the one where MPL looked up onto PR that looked funky. Like this one, sure.
The kill onto hypex as well. What's happened there, right? Is that just a spam through the window smoke? hypex was thinking he's going to jump through it. I understand MPL gets the multi there, but there's pressure alleviated by that Sizzy frag. That's happened quickly, and GamerLegion, they're not forcing. PR, because of that ace, has some extra money. He's going to use that to invest in. We'll see what he can find again, staying assertive and, well, just lining up an A execute right now, a bait. It's an open runway, and there's nothing the hypex can really do about this.
Oh, wow. Perfect timed on the engagement, just pure smoke spam. Does remove at least one. It is just that M4
clearing.
PR, and overlooked his Snacks. How's he got 2? Gets MPL down as well. Awkward for Kenzizor, surely surrounded. Sizzy's the only man that can stop him. Snacks with 4 kills. He started with just a Desert Eagle, a lazy clear. No one even looked at him. Never mind, it wasn't a clear at all.
Waiting for you, so he shoots me and...
Oh, well, they're celebrating and having a good time again. It's funny, this is a roller coaster of vibes on this GamerLegion side.
But I will say that Snacks isn't cracking his usual smile. That's a man that's focused on survival here at the Major. Hello? Goodbye to your hopes and dreams. Lovely work from Snacks. Okay, so GamerLegion get one.
Eco back?
I think that's one.
I understand there was an M4 in the mix, got the opening dent, but yeah, MPL having a bit of a meltdown here. That one should have been easy. The fact that they're not clearing their corners, costly. Sizzy gets his AWP, hypex the same. Not a full buy, but we'll count it. Back in towards an A play. Alex selling standard in mid with the window, the cat, and the mid molly, and they're trying to slink out this ramp into PR's territory. So a well-timed smoke will hold them at bay. On the fade, is that the go? PR has been called over to B, or is he going to cheat in? They are. They're going to sweep middle. They've just given up the site.
Completely. Perfect
timing. Can break open the smoke. He has a HE. He's still worried about middle.
This is a retake now. I mean, you just have to accept it.
This is what I thought last round was going to be.
Okay, well, now we get to see GamerLegion's retake protocols. I mean, you've got 4 AKs and an AWP. You've got the perfect setup. Are you going to throw it all into this?
Yeah, you have to. You've got the util for the retake. It's just about how well they can piece this together.
Okay.
Reska Molly back sight. There it is.
Awkward. A Samfield flushed into hypex's AWP. There's your pick.
Flash high, smoke for the bomb.
Flood in. Sizzy noted on the ramp. There's Kensizor and MPL putting up a fight, putting up a stalwart resistance. They're losing all of their guns. Just hypex scampering away to save his AWP. And that's not even a guarantee. Maybe spamming the smoke. He's going to hide in it.
I don't think they're going to be able to deal with him here. So hypex fortunately gets to retain this.
So just a mistiming on their mid-clear, I suppose, and perfect timing from Bait.
I suppose this is going to be a game plan focus, right? Okay, well, they showed something in middle. PR's called to come back towards window to help clear into this. The molly's a good first step. The fact that there's no smoke to even act as a bridge, they definitely had a smoke or two in the mix there to try and make things a little bit easier on the cross, but opting not to use it. Both teams fully bought out round number 6.
Sizzy searching.
You see the response in the setup. PR was like, well, I definitely have to make sure we have somebody's side. He's playing towards the balcony, so at least they have somebody in case of another A execute. But now, Beta just going through the motions for this mid control.
And if Rez is not careful, there's an AWP on the line. I think he just tried to shoot the smoke grenade there.
MPL knows that short smoke in the buffer and what it can mean, and Rez is hanging around. He's just going to get in the vent room, so safety first. Bomb on Sizzy now heading back to B, a minute on the clock. Tauson support will have to be Rez, who's going to have to pipe his way up short to assist with this. But Tauson's also giving up the side as well. Again, they trying to play for the mid clear. They might just lose B completely off of this. 30 seconds. Execute lined up. The eruption in a moment.
If Alex plays too soon, he might just give him enough time to focus on B. Never mind. Ooh, covers there just in time. Okay, awkward now for the 20 seconds. Sizzy's going to stay on that short line. hypex, however, in the markets found Kensizor. Bomb spotted on Van. Essential tasked with the plant. NPL to clear out Tauson. Necessary headshot provided. Buys them time, buys them space, and buys them the plant. You still have numbers here, but another retake for GamerLegion. And oh, a missed shot from the AWP. Hang on a second, a team kill, but at least he found MPL. You've got Reslay apps, which could lead to the death of Sizzy. Essential's considering that on the approach. Distraction from the market. Incendiary distracts, and now need both! Beautiful! Just in time, Rez arrives on the flank.
Okay, well, Diffuse comes through. They had the kit. There was no sweat on the brow regarding the clock, and that one will be secure. So GamerLegion go up to 4, but that was touch and go. Again, GamerLegion finding themselves in the wrong position as these hits are coming in. They're fortunate to be able to stick the landing there.
I mean, very fortunate that Tauson or no one went down to Alex 666. Snacks kind of saved him.
This TK, you're going to have to do it, right? The trade, more important. And Rez just deletes the two of them.
His pre-aim on that headshot onto Essential, that must be like almost echolocation. He just had a good idea as to where that head was going to arrive.
They can buy again somewhat here, Bait, but this might have to be more grouped up. They don't have as much util to do a default. Window smoke in, top cat the same. Rez up in event straight away, and they're looking 4th strong through middle with Essential on that apps lurk. So they might try and turn this into an A split up through Con. Alex leading the charge.
Haven't seen one of these yet.
hypex, he's the one to respond to this from Con. Not looking, now he is.
Eesh, gets away. Cover from PR as well, chipping in with one onto NPL. hypex, I think he hit a leg. No, he didn't. Now Rez has been caught off by Sizzy, adjusts and removes the bomb from his grasp. It's just Kensizor doing some swift movement to get himself into ladder room. Tauson cognizant of that. Should be nothing to say about this one. Tauson secures it. Another round on the board. This CT side is holding strong.
Yeah, and one of the keys right now is just the sheer amount of opening kills they're able to manifest on the CT side. So a good reaction there. hypex peeks in, and he was ready for it, right? It wasn't that he's lazily picked in expecting, oh, how could they possibly be there? It's an important opener. Gets himself his second opener for this one, and PR has 2, Snacks has 2, and now hypex joins the fray. You can see that PR well aware of Essential's tricks. He's the A lurk playing through Palace, the highest rated player on the T side of this map this year.
Nice.
So keeping tabs on him, they should have secured themselves a 6th. issues here for Tauson. He does have the support network of Rez not too far behind, and he's even going to take some of this space and just up against the Deagle in a couple of blocks. So Iron Mike is going to get his eco bash, and will he go for the ace? No, Snax denies it, and
You see how easy ecos can feel?
that's how they should look.
I mean, admittedly, it was against some Deagles. Maybe I'm using a little bit of an exaggeration.
It needed to be the MPL Tech 9, didn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so Alex calls the timeout. I think it's just to give himself a breather. And you can see sometimes with these teams that don't have coaches, they don't use them because it's like, well, we're able to talk all the time anyway. But I still think if you have them, you may as well use them, especially if you're in a tough spot like this. This is your map choice. You're down 4 rounds. You're back into a bye. But again, it's not perfect. Sizzy doesn't have the AWP. There's not full nades. 3 AKs, 2 Galils. And you have to start responding to what you've seen in terms of the defense so far from GamerLegion. In some big multi-kill moments from a couple of players on GamerLegion so far. The Snax one for me stands out the most. Sitting pretty in the buy department are GamerLegion. They have residual cash for another buy, regardless of what happens into this one. And they've even got 4 kits, full belts and nades. They're sitting pretty. They're in a very strong position for a convincing half a Counter-Strike. Again, same openers, Window and Cap. Making their rounds look and feel the same. It's the key.
They've got hypex on tickets.
Yeah, and that's a key point because the execute just is the smokes on a Senthiel, so unlikely that hypex will be smoked off. It has to be flashes.
He's going to have full vision. Better be a good flashbang. And a solid HE to start. And a swing that, hypex has been unable to convert upon. Never mind, PR's got the double nade. Finishes what his first nade started. Rez there for necessary trade. Removes MPL from connector, but here comes that final clamp down.
Want to get the bomb down quickly. Smokes are fading. Replenish there.
Sizzy's still on Tetris. He's still got to get that bomb across. Alex is faffing around looking for his Galil. He's found it now in the smoke. Snax eats that flash. Easy frag for Alex. So now it's a 2-on-3 with Rez and Tauson.
Still need to connect to get the bomb across. Worried about a flank because of the B anchor still being alive is Sizzy. So this is dicey. Not out of the woods just yet.
Just wishing Ascential had the bomb, huh? He made it across. Flash stairs. Alex versus Tauson. Position now noted. Bomb's being planted. Ascential target the covering fire. Great read of the situation from Tauson. Catches the swing of Alex. A nice one back as well onto Ascential. Just puts it all onto Sizzy. Does he have the opportunity to get the crosshair onto Tauson? He goes up. Wasn't ready for the elevation, and you can see how much that means to Tauson in the camera.
That's a very well played round by the Dane and the Swede there, combining and making sure that they're working off of one another. Tauson goes and takes the first contact. As soon as he gets some info, then Rez can chip in from Con. The molly comes in, they're stressed on the site, and they just chip away at them slowly. This flash was nice. Snax is in the open, sure. I think Alex during this was looking for hypex's AWP if he could in the smoke to see if he could get a little something and a stronger. But it was hard because the bomb, it never crossed. There was jungle, there was connector and CT that had to worry about.
He's trying so hard he's gone Danish.
Yeah, and look, never go Danish.
Never go full Danish.
Unless you're Astralis.
Oh, Kenzizor, he's very quick to this. Surely he's going to catch them by surprise.
No, Snax is here too. On the trail.
Easy. Hunts him down, and a horrible jump scare for Snax. Tauson ready to react and punishes. A Dink was hit. He's got to operate on a lower HP. Will play it safe. Ascential slipped into B in the chaos. NPL's bringing that bomb across.
How does the bomb get across, right? Tauson's on the line right now.
Good question.
He's just giving it up.
Great question. Okay, well, that's an answer.
But now he's in a position where he could just deny that plant. They're hitting the brakes completely. MPL's waiting for this flank.
Oh my God, PR's going to... Look how unready he is. Leisurely, waltzing forward and headshot. Oh, he's the one to provide it. Okay, nice little reaction test.
PR's looking great. This map 13-4 right now. They're trouncing him.
Tauson loses his head. Ascential's coordinates noted. A missed shot from the AWP. Nearly got problematic. Missed shot now from PR. Ascential, he's got a little new lease of life, a new opportunity. Just 2 frags so far from him in the 10 rounds of play. And it's going to stay that way. hypex catches his back, exposed on that tight line.
Yeah, I could see that there on the radar, that hypex had that in case he wanted to try the cross. It was never going to be easy. But now the full investment, 8-2. This one's happened damn quick.
I've got to acknowledge and admire that GamerLegion have shaken off their map loss.
I thought the mentor was going to be in the bin after the way map number 1 unfolded.
And with the stakes as well. I mean, that's not to say Bait have, you know, been slouching. The game plan itself there was nice. It paid off. Kensizor maybe a bit of an overcook running into market like that, but he hit the headshot.
I think the only real bad round that they've lost this half is the PR Hero M4 with the Snacks 4K, right, with the Deek. So that one there is the mare. Otherwise, GamerLegion have just looked much more polished. As mentioned, they haven't played Mirage throughout their major run so far, so both the games in recent history being losses, 13-3. Back in Atlanta.
But this is where you have that tendency to see teams kind of let off the gas, you know, like maybe you go for an over-aggressive peak, you give Bait an opportunity to make it 8-4.
Yeah, you hope that's not the case considering the circumstances.
Would certainly hope to see this as continues to remain as polished.
Sizzy goes searching, finds nothing middle. They really have liked these A executes, and they have been able to get ground. It's more about the post plants. So not surprised to see them return to this again. Sizzy's missed his window smoke. Well, there's nobody poking their nose through windows, so that's okay. It's actually a bit of a B lean from GamerLegion, but here comes the A play.
ER's got work to do. Keeping it restrained. Sizzy's trying to cut rotations as well. Snacks in con, PR tucked in, bombs going down. Smoke break, Snacks versus Kensizor. Snacks reigns supreme in the 1v1. Bomb ticking. Frags back and forth. It puts Bait in an opportunity to convert. You've just got to get past PR and Tauson. Will there be another number disadvantage retake? Smoke makes life difficult for the Orb. I think he spots the barrel there. PR has a good idea. Wow, and a great shot. Head gone, fakes the drop-off, hoping to catch her. Backpedaling.
Shooting bodies.
Yeah, he's got no chance here. There's just simply no time.
Okay, I'm going to back off and try and retain this AK. That's going to be a third now for Bait. Oh, into the Orb to defend his honor. Take one with him, but needs to run that radius as Sizzy will confirm it. And a couple of extra Glock bullets for good measure. So again, the weakness on the A site with the execute's looking good. I think at this moment, if I'm DM, might call something that is aggressive towards Palace to take some early space, or go for a two-man creep up on the ramp, maybe get hypex's AWP posted deep, and get that rifler of PR alongside, so at least you can secure that territory, because Bait are just operating now with that weakness on the A site, or at least perceived weakness, and that right there was another opening kill, which has been coming in non-stop. This is the similarities between these two maps, is one team was very dominant in that department, and right now that's GamerLegion. Only foregoing an opening death once. So final round of the half. Double AWPs, one for Tauson, taking it over towards B.
Quick connector and window smokes, and they're out already.
Won't be the A execute, will it?
They are striding through middle quickly.
And that's what they played for with this setup. They have played for another A execute.
And then you progress. MPL gifted another smoke to play around. Pulls out the HE early. Not going to get any info off of that.
Another one where that came from.
And this time you are exposed. MPL spotted on the staircase.
Can get out of there and they can reset, but the util starts to become the problem. They're slinking up Cat while the smoke's still up.
Ooh, opportunity for more.
It's their own smoke.
Yeah, and swinging in.
They blocked themselves. There's a way up Cat now into Tauson.
All too easy. Tauson's secondary AWP, and he's not been able to hit the shot. Tracked as he drops off, lucky to be alive. Only for a moment longer though, surely booked by the Kensizor nade. Bowls it in. Snacks stubborn. Finds himself one onto Kensizor. Needs a whole lot more where that came from, and he just gets sideswiped. Not a favorable one for these two, but they'll have to give it their best shot. Bomb planted, clock extended. Hoping, begging for an overstep. And it looks like MPL wanted to. Sizzy's got their cross on lock. This shot, ooh, and same for hypex. It goes both ways. PR won't make that mistake on the repeat. Sizzy overextending, gives them an opportunity in the 2-on-2.
They've got time for this.
Sepio and MPL. If they want to try and close it on Mirage, a fourth feels necessary. times it to perfection. All right, they've got 4. GamerLegion 8. Their major life on the line. This is a must-win Mirage, and it is far from their best map.
Heading towards the payload.
One of these two teams' season ends at the end of this series. A season that comes to an end on a sour note for either Bait or GamerLegion. It started very dominant, an 8-4 half after 2 on the trot from Bait.
A couple of frustrating moments there in that first half of play for Bait. They had some number advantage scenarios, but they weren't easy to work their way out of it. GamerLegion, they're not going down without a fight. PR 17 frags deep. Snacks not too far behind on 11, both having some impactful moments. Well, I'm having an eco ace. Right now, in-game body language, this one's going to be an A execute. Smoke for res, Snacks with the full belt. What does the setup look like for Bait? Leaving spawn 3. Start towards A, just to send you over towards B, an MPL window. 2 sets of dual Berettas under the balcony, ready to shred. This setup is strong to deal with what's coming their way.
It's going to come down to the mechanics of it. Who hits the first shot? Susie going forward. PR's holding for this. Neither of them hits their first bullet. But Alex has. What was that? We just heard it. Brutal destruction of skulls. Sizzy with 2 back as well. Shuts down Palace. It is a clean shutout.
Okay, well, that right there is GamerLegion executing, expecting that they're going to play retake. And the reason I say that is that extra smoke that was left over, I think that was for the second wave. But the fact that they're not able to get out of the choke points, right? They go for the standard util set that you see. This is beautiful from Alex. Wow, 2 swift clicks, and then Sizzy. Well, maybe not as clean, but definitely as deadly. The 16-year-old Major rookie contributes to shut down that pistol, and it'll be the eco now for GamerLegion as all 5 of them head over towards B to search. Deagle on Snacks, I'm sure he's going to opt for the pick to see if he can find this jump spot of Ascenthiel. And if he gets the kill, the site is actually open. So 1 chance, Snacks. Can you hit it?
No. Ascenthiel, just a flash. And he gets his info, throws his block smoke.
Yeah, this is good restraint for everybody playing at home. He knows that they're likely on a lighter buy. He didn't have any support and still really doesn't. So if he jumps again or takes a silly risk, that's the avenue in on Nico around like this.
Okay, I will say if NPL goes for this kind of fight, yeah. With an MP9, that's enough.
They are still keeping the information flowing. So because he spots that underpass, they still don't really feel the need to cheat over and help out Ascenthiel, who's taking a bit more of a passive line on B, but they are hoping something comes their way. And while the clock ticks down, the util gets expended. And Bay will have to reinvest that. So either way, the economy game playing into things. Ascenthiel's still on his own. Kenzizor will be able to help him from short, but how many can he get before he goes down? If he goes down. Here's the now.
Perfect pre-aims for the window jump out. So only on the 1. This is all light on bullets, and they get the bomb plant.
Yeah, they'll take that.
Oh, good cover. Rez has used Nax's Deagle to great success. So a couple of kills and a bomb plant on essentially an eco, just $700 invested into 1 Desert Eagle.
Yeah, so a little bit more than they were worth in that scenario, but they do scavenge back the bigger weapons. The defuse comes through, the 6th round notched on the board, and the 2-round gap as they now know they're going up against the buy of GamerLegion. MPL is in a position right now to drop Sizzy the AWP. hypex, because of that eco and then the plant, he had enough to buy one of his own as well, but he's coming in right now with an AK, so rifle heavy for GamerLegion. Sizzy has a good window spawn, but likely just to be insta-smoke, so I know everyone wants to give that a go. He's going to start the AWP over towards B by the looks of things. Get boosted up in a B apartments. There's nobody home. So he'll have this line for free. It does alleviate pressure on this B side. And give an awful lot of information to Bait to be ready for the fight that's coming their way. A split whirring into action slowly now.
Yeah, interestingly, it's actually a Sizzy's going to rotate off. Ascenthiel pushes up instead. It's now NPL tucked on Con. A boost over the top could have led to a little of exposure of Kenzizor's head, but he's thought better of it. I say that as friction between the 2 of them. Tries to chase him with the grenade, and they're not looking. Okay, trade from Snacks. GamerLegion still maintain the man advantage. And don't forget how disconnected Ascenthiel is. He's only now starting his flank for a late ramp.
And my question is where Snacks going off to? Is he going to try and head into B to see if the site's clear? Because if so,
great question.
It might force the rotation back into Ascenthiel.
So they cut noise and pause. Blocked now by the smoke ramp.
Snacks is going B.
But if they try and go back, they're running into Ascenthiel.
hypex aware of the possibilities, at least glancing, man. How much does he really believe?
Easy now.
Snacks' presence, he has to flank. Snacks now needs to flank the A defense. There's no way back for GamerLegion. They have to go A.
This is going to get weird. This is going to get weird. Oh, and Ascenthiel catches another one.
He's
He's even got the nade. It might catch PR. Force forward. Oh, Ascenthiel's had a round. An active B push leads to 3 found on the flank and nothing Snacks can do.
I can't quite believe that gap, but that all started with what we're on board with. Sizzy getting boosted up, Ascenthiel with the deep in sentry. Sizzy has the line, Ascenthiel pushes, and that's why he has that earlier timing. What was looking great for a GamerLegion round, you've got Snacks chasing ghosts, finding gaps, but they're the ones who are stuffed.
Horrible round for GamerLegion to lose. That one's going to kind of linger in the mental, I think. The fact that Ascenthiel gets not only 1 with the element of surprise, that's kind of a guarantee, it's the other 2, Tauson and PR going down to him as well.
That one you need to forget about quickly. How many times can that possibly happen?
Like this one, I'll give you.
Yeah, but then after that, right, and he's on his lonesome, he's just standing and delivering and understands the situation very well. Partial buy behind the saved AK as we get back into play. You need to get something going in this second half. It's a stretch of 5 now. Even if it's just getting some casualties, getting the bomb down, keeping the pressure up.
NPL gives away an opening.
Ah, that's very nice indeed. Struggling with those.
He's got 1 rifle, and it happens to be the fight the Snacks was hoping for.
I can quickly turn it to 2.
Or 3. Alex has lost his 2. Kens is all top mid. Hang on a second. hypex should be dead. He's heard him coming. Easy picks. And going for a second has cost him his life.
Well, they have the info on all the players. They know both of them were back mid.
You're absolutely right. Okay, so Ascentia, what's your reaction to that? Sizzy, understandably limited with the AWP.
Okay, Sissy's going market, so he can just stay here and watch the B apartments as Ascentia on another push.
Go on, lad.
They're heading in through underpass. They want to get some better weaponry. Both of them have Kevlar, no head armor, sure. But these are 2 aimers, Rez and PR.
This is going to be a real funky mid-round, isn't it?
There's just so many possibilities that GamerLegion have available to them. Ascentia taking him away again. Does he catch PR?
If PR holds his nerve here, he's got the perfect pre-aim. Yep, clean execution onto Ascentia. Finds himself the upgrade. Sizzy in the clutch.
Well, Rez has heard this. Rez knows exactly where he is. Oh. PR's coming back.
Why is he bringing the bomb? Sizzy's going to hit the quickscope. PR running at him. Sizzy gives him room. 15 seconds. PR's got to hurry this up. Sizzy in pursuit. Throws out a flashbang with nothing. Bomb planted safe on default. AWP versus AK. Okay, it's all up for debate. PR just goes swinging for the fences. Ambitious, audacious. A 1v1, he's having a game, and he finds his 20th frag in a 1v1 clutch.
You can understand the thought process there from Rez when he hears the steps. He's expecting that Sizzy's rotating through the hole over towards B because Ascentia's died in B apps. They know that that's the B defender, right? So at that point, they're thinking to themselves, okay, well, they're probably going to play into the empty site, and we've heard the rotation. So they try and weasel the gap in through the underpass. This one got damn close, but PR bows them out and gets their first round on the board. Now they're trying an A execute. Sizzy close ramp. They're already crossed to his right-hand side.
He's there. He's there. Right where he needs to be. Nails the headshot, but Sizzy right back.
Overrun out Palace. They're coming out.
They're charging at him. Sizzy's under so much scrutiny now, dancing with him, trying to bait the shot. Now he's fired off an AWP bullet. 1 through the boards. PR, what are you doing to him? Now Ken Scissor's gone 2. Quick from Ascentia, swings through CT. Tauson unprepared. We got a 2-on-2.
And it's an MPL flank. He's going to be here real quick. Snacks isn't going to be ready for this.
It's way too quick. Snacks is still lining up. Nate's trying to help PR pick up that bomb. PR's on an AWP.
Ascentia's given room for this flank. That smoke's just missed.
Surely MPL's flank has won them this round. It's an MP9 though. Not an easy fight versus Snacks, and he's got the reactions. Yep, he's not going to find the kill. Ascential spamming smokes with a FAMAS, unable to do it. It's not pretty. Ascential finds himself an upgrade, 19 bullets, and an AWP trained on his position. Okay, GamerLegion have given themselves a leg up now. Their first 2T rounds, and it gets into those hectic 2v2s.
And it's enough to humble the money of bait. So it's just like on Inferno, they're in the driver's seat. It's just about converting against the eco now, and there's not as many opportunities for bait to invest into this one. Ooh. They have upgraded their pistols, and with only 2,400 loss, I think they should have taken the EQ here. I don't... Did MPO just get...
Yeah. I think he got team damaged.
Yeah, because hypex hasn't fired a bullet, so he's been knifed in the back.
Yeah, I think he...
Yeah, going through the hole, I suppose. Okay. Well, those frustrations coming home to roost right now. Always knew the pressure it's going to get to you.
You're a map up, you're on your pick, you're against GamerLegion on a weaker pick for them. You can't help but feel like the writing was on the wall for you to survive the day. Since he caught just by a blind spam.
All right, well, they punt this one in. Or at least they're saving themselves the red face from similar scenes on Inferno. 2 ecos lost as... Well, they are starting to trundle up Cat. Cynthia would have to have player of the tournament.
Yeah, okay. Don't think that's on the cards. However, finding the first clean lead, there's PR.
You're about to see into the next round what I was talking about with these overinvestments on these pistols. Alex can save that. It will go a long way, but this is still going to be such a tough game to get back into now, and he's actually gravitating towards the site, so maybe wanting to do some more damage. But for Bait at this point, it's going to have to be flawless from here on out if they want to get it closed in regulation. GamerLegion are about to secure that 11th round, and I think just the amount of opening kills that have been flying in the way, especially in that first half of GamerLegion, made it so stifling for Bait. There it is. Alex, it's very hard to justify him just not going for the hard save there. I'm talking about damage, but I'm reaching at that moment, because when you see the buys take shape on your screen, sure, they have M4s, but they do lack a lot of utility, which means that you're either just going to have to hope that you get the multi-kills now, or you do an all-in move on the CT side where you're a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, you've got a grand total of 1 flashbang for your entire round.
So they're just limited in the amount of options available in this one. Is going to have to be through the bullets, and hypex gets chipped away at through the smoke. Unconfirmed damage there onto hypex.
Feels a bit ambitious, doesn't it, from hypex? He's solo mid, just goes for it. So does PR. Swings into Sizzy's crosshair. You don't need nades if you're going to get opening kills. And then walks through the smoke. Oh my god! Rez was absolutely not ready for that.
I see they double block. They're expecting, because they saw more. He's going to go again. No way.
He's going again. This time.
Come on now. You had a 2-man advantage.
I shouldn't be laughing. It's very serious.
That one. Yeah, and now they're back in it.
Okay.
3v3.
Okay. NPL coming in for the pullback. Missed shot from hypex. Okay, you got a 3v2. Tauson does manage to make it into sight, and a shot opportunity versus NPL, but he finds a very precise headshot. Snacks, been a while since we saw a Snacks 1v3 with these kind of stakes. What have you got? Sentinel swings the smoke and, yeah, just doesn't find that instant headshot. Bait shooting hard, and Sizzy with 2.
Yeah, very ambitious in terms of the decisions that he opted for there.
I mean, I can't believe Rez doesn't kill him there, but that's probably because you're that's the last thing you're expecting, is someone to just walk out this ramp smoke.
That's absolutely insane. But timeout taken from Alex, so Bait want these 30 seconds before they get underway. Maybe it's trying to assess the buy, because if you take a look at this second half, it was 3 straight out the gate, and 3 back, and then just 1 now chipped in.
I think you're right, yeah, because, you know, typically you have a little bit of coach support as well.
I think they know if they don't win this one, the game will fall apart with it, because their loss bonus only 1900, and they know that's the same fact for GamerLegion, who have fully invested into this round of play. 3 AKs, 2 Tech 9s, enough util to get them space. hypex lining up the insta window. At least he was. Make sure everyone's got their game plan settled in. And away it goes. A heavy lean over towards mid and B to start this round. Rez smokes under, Molly's under window, excuse me.
Enables safe passage for Snacks.
Yeah, those nades way too early. Nobody home just yet. 3 out top mid, 1 through the underpass. PR the lurk on A.
The utility implies they're further forward than they are. Now they start their crawl. Snacks makes his move. Kenzazor's throwing a block smoke short, but it also covers him from helping on the con fight. Boost over. Any line? Any info? Smoke break. They're all hidden. Flash from hypex. They'll have a go. NPL through the smoke. Got a lot on his plate. Tauson takes him down cleanly. 2 here. Sizzy on the default box. Alex CT. He's been spotted. hypex's Tech 9 connects. It's good from Essential and Alex. They combine. It's just PR and Rez, and they're ready for that fight, but so is Essential. He just flicks on up and dunked on by PR's HT! And a banger! One hell of a clutch from PR. Puts GamerLegion on 12. just crab walks into the perfectly pre-aimed crosshair. He's got 26 francs. PR, when GamerLegion needed him, has arrived in true PR capacity. He's heading towards a 30-30 in regulation.
Yeah, that one right there. This is Bait wanting to take the fights, right? And this is great. They catch them snoozing as they're trying to path up. It's just a lot of damage being done, but not wanting that bomb to go down. Alex walks into this fight, and PR, he ain't missing those. The time on the clock becoming the concern.
Oh, that was a stylish clutch. Throws the nade, already got the crosshair on. Alex bringing the fight. Easy pickings. Doesn't need to see his opponent.
Kensizor around this top mid smoke.
That should be dead. Oh, never mind. Kensizor gets caught on the smoke. hypex caught him. Sizzy's got to get away. NPL activates, finds Rez committed middle.
On planet B.
Yeah, and look at Snacks. This gets weird.
I don't even know this is happening.
Weird.
They've got no idea. Now the pennies drop. There's no kit for the retake. You got to piece this together quickly, Bait.
Yeah, Sizzy on this bench fight with PR does connect one through the bricks. Snacks trying to cut rotations. The Molotov will slow them down, and Snacks should have at least one hit. The tail end catches Essential, reveals his position. Has a good idea of where they're coming from. Very short-centric. Through the smoke would be a death sentence. Perfect position from PR. Tracks the head of Alex. Trade from NPL good. Back and forth into the 1v1. Snacks has done enough. I think the time against them.
No chance.
No kit, no chance. We need a third in this do-or-die affair. GamerLegion find the win on Mirage.
Holding on to this one. It had it back and forth, but that first half, it was a masterclass. 8-4. Could have been even more, and they're going to be happy with that. We turn to Nuke, the third and deciding map of this series. Neither team wants to go home, being eliminated here in Stage 2. Got another map of Counter-Strike coming your way. Stage 1 into Stage 2. I had higher expectations, but this is the way that the chips have fallen. And elimination on the line for one of them. You had to dig deep, GamerLegion on Mirage. Snapped that only 2-game losing streak, but they were both dominant losses in that column. Now we turn to Nuke. Third and final map of this, and this one is going to be a tough one for Sizzy. Right, throughout this year, they played it a bunch of times, and well, as you're rotating piece, you got to be everywhere at the right time.
It's
a ramp rush.
It is a ramp rush, and it is Essential trying to track a very wiggly PR. He does well. Finds it. Sizzy peeks on in, loses his life after the one. Tauson stubborn. What? Gets Alex on the fadeaway.
Yeah, Kensizor's down there already. There's good util for this.
Yeah, NPL's working on a flank ramp.
They hit the pause. They're waiting for a fight.
There's that fight. They've confirmed. Okay, he's pushed lobby. It's Kensizor, the unknown entity.
Let's channel them into B.
How does he play this? Opportunity goes awry. Doesn't hit those first few bullets. Bomb enabled to go down. Snacks playing close to the doors, trying to disrupt. He loves this. Loves to play the door-stuck game. Here's an NPL arriving as well. Both channeled towards the window side. hypex has still got a Molotov.
Where is NPL going?
What is he up to?
Where is he off to? There's not going to be time for this. Not anymore. Bell rung. This should be round over.
Decon. Tauson finishes him off. Just NPL swings open the door and is greeted with blocks. GamerLegion take the T-side pistol. Is Tauson with 3 kills as well. He was really running it at ramp. That kill onto Alex 666 was stunning.
Yeah, audacious move to just like stand in the cusp of the flames right there. But add another pistol to the tally. That's going to be the third for GamerLegion. So we've split them up into this point in every map so far. We'll see if it stays true on Nuke. Would love it for the competitive nature of this one. But it was way too easy, especially with all that util that they didn't lose. Force by in for Bait. Scout, a couple of MP9s, and 5-7, and it's ramp again. Really want to test Essential early in this game.
Just a man and an MP9.
No support.
AK-47s, he's just got to dip. Got to get out of there. They've already lost NPL from Snacks. You can see great cut. You can see that he was hanging out around the smoke on Squeak.
Yeah, it's just making sure that that rotation point down the vent is cut off. So Essential even more on an island now than it could have been. Snacks is going to try the luck again, but gives away his life. So now we're in a 4v4, overstepping the mark.
There's only one man down here, and it's that ramp player, Essential.
How much is he meant to do? He would need a multi to make this round a conversation.
Yeah, shouldn't have too much of a voice in this round. Clear hesitance from GamerLegion. Making sure the util's in place. There's an opportunity. Oh, he nearly got another.
But he's called the dink. They'll give it a go now.
Yeah, they will. Kensizor knows he's kind of bolstered to give it a look in. And yeah, distraction. Alex swings open the door in unison, catches PR, and now GamerLegion are in trouble. You've got the pistol, but these second rounds, they're so difficult to convert. Those pesky SMGs making life miserable.
Playing into door.
Wait,
they're going to get the fight. They're going to walk past him.
They're both in it.
On the fade.
Over the edge of the smoke, Alex dips back in for the cover. It fades now. Sizzy emerging from the ramp side. Tauson not noted. Alex should have a favoured fight here. Tauson doesn't finish his meal. Getting weird. Only one bullet. You've got to get out of there. Hypex has the bomb, not anymore. Spews fourth. Alex has found another frag. 3 kills, his first 3 contributions. And it doesn't matter if you don't get the pistol. You'll hoover up some AKs and you'll take it in the second.
Okay, well, this series had an awful lot of that in terms of these lighter buys. Eco wins, 4 spies in the mix. And Snax, he gets that opening kill into MPL, but overstays the worth on this one. Essentially, I said he needed a multi to make this one interesting. Well, the dink is enough because the chaos is caused. And this is crazy. As soon as Alex passed through this smoke right here, at this point, Sizzy has been communicated to that there's a chance they could have gone back up secret or up the vent towards A. So he starts rotating away, but they're just waiting in the door. 4 spy with 1400 for GamerLegion. Tech9s, Deagle, and P250 for Tauson. Smokes are in the air. Attempting to force the rotation with this.
Alex has found PR.
And that's noisy, so they know someone's crossed secret. Rotation down the vent. Alex drops and blocks. MPL's the yard defender, finds himself in main this round. Needs to combine with Sizzy for information, and there's a little bit more. Snax is still hanging around. Flash into main to set up Tauson, but MPL's relocated towards CT vent.
Yeah, their setup is potent. Your best bet is trying to breach B. Or at least ramp. Here's Essential. Spots the shoulders of the double peak. Again, dips down. Will it work out for him twice? Sizzy in support. Anticipating this is Rez. Gets caught as he mantles off. And now Hypex with the trade. Puts a rifle into his hands. You need Tauson to hit a banger. And he has. NPL just gets clotheslined by the P250. Now Snax is getting naughty. Not ready for this. Alex loses out. A golden opportunity for Snax squandered. Can they win this force by back? Fakes the ladder.
Here's a main.
Essential will react. Up to heaven. This is the perfect opportunity. Essential just in time because of sweep. Hypex not looking. Oh. They're trying to go vents. Tauson was unprepared. And Hypex steps up. Trading blow for blow. 3 kills from Hypex. We trade back.
Back and forth we go here. Okay, now it's the CT's turn with the tougher buy situation. Can they pull it off again? He is just steady the ship right there, and IMD knows exactly what this means. Their buy coming through. It's going to be battered. If we can convert this one, it's worth 2. And that would be 4 rounds on the T side of Nuke to kick off the third and deciding map with the pressure mounting. No coach to help the bait side of the server. These are young men.
You need everything to really align for bait.
Sizzy's brought their average age down. I don't exactly remember what it was last major, but Hedrick is a whole lot older than 16. Sizzy
crazy
brings him down to 20.6.
Bonk. Crazy. Tauson's had a round there. HE just following Alex down the vents and that P250 headshot on MPL. Okay. Scout spotted. Res Balaclava.
I think you may as well just treat this one as a gun round if you're GamerLegion, right? Obviously,
yeah, please.
You're going to be worried about a little bit more, but if you treat it with the same respect and maybe similar openings, the util advantage is the key part of this. Because it's a force buy back from bait, they don't have the util to break open the smokes and get the information on you crossing. So once you put up this smoke wall, lobby push.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get the first, and he's got support as well. Did Hypex choose not to shoot? Yeah, he didn't fire a bullet. So they concede the lobby space. It's an important frag from Alex.
I feel they have to play into warehouse and go for heaven and hell control. So that information given.
Tauson's round gets harder, especially now he's lost res. NPL's found a headshot. Looks like Tauson could be the next victim of this 5-7. Snax has bailed them out with that one on the Mac 10. Oh, ooh, he hit that. Nails the headshot. Tauson quick to it though. Trade provided.
Bombs in lobby, just come down the ladder. Hypex has a bit of a gap through hut.
Walking forward, Alex takes lobby. They trade places.
If Tauson can get in heaven, this is going to be very strong, right? They can plant for heaven, use the molly to restrict one of the rotation points in, and then the high ground for Tauson is key. Essential still down on B. Bomb goes down, 40 seconds begins now.
Is Alex going to wait for Essential to join the fray? He starts to probe, makes his move, hugging that wall. hypex peeks out, catches him looking the wrong way. It's just Essential. Tauson, the insurance policy. hypex just going to try and rot the clock as he dances around that bomb site. Info flows, hypex tries to engage, Essential drops down, looking for fright, and it's hypex that brings it 3-1. GamerLegion are laughing.
Okay, the eco will come forward from Bait now.
So as you highlighted, what, that's 4 rounds on Nuke in a do-or-die affair.
Very strong start. You take a look at Bait on this map this year. They've played it 10 times, they've only won it 3. Those wins are against Astralis, Wildcard, and Heroic. A sea of red. And 3 losses on the trot. Same can be said for GamerLegion on this map. 2 losses to BetBoom in this very event, in both stages, and they've looked out of sorts. They've been toyed with, made to look foolish.
Snacks just stretching his legs, and Deagle spam. He looks like he's just running at him. Uses that smoke to guys. Runs at him on the last bullet. Alex goes down. That's comfortable. Has to remain that way.
Now the gap is everywhere because it's this eco. They will just be able to waltz out ramp as a pack. So Snacks searching as the in-game leader, garnering this information, and a little bit clunky there on the YouTube, but it's not going to cost them at all. Snacks has gone down. hypex has got the flank covered. Essential has rotated down to B, but he just has a USP. MPL donating the MAC-10, and he hears all of this.
Okay, they're not making this a secret. PR, later rival, rewarded. Catches MPL trying to get tricky with it.
Some scuffed timings there, but going both ways as PR grabs another, and Essential pokes his nose up secret. He's going to find himself an upgrade, and then it's just going to have to be about damage in this. Or is it? Okay. Well, the MAC-10 could go to one of the top defenders. He's the ramp player. Maybe he just wants to guarantee some kills on the way out to keep them softened up on this T side. Still early stages, financial damage could go a long way, especially if after this you get straight back into things and start winning rounds. I mentioned Sizzy being the AWPer and being so young, and then you have the scoreline of 10 times played this year, only 3 wins in that column. Oh, he's here in the rotation back. How many can you get, Essential? And how far do they press the line? Oh, not cleared, so gets the first, but should be traded, and there it is. So PR.
At least you keep your AKs. It was a Galil.
Yeah, he'll be a little bit frustrated with the death, but the way they'll get that back in his hand. So Sizzy can bring out the AWP, and this is the tough part. I think this kid's definitely one for the future.
Yes.
Right? He's shown some real brilliance on the AWP, but he is still inexperienced, very young, the youngest man at the Major, and he plays one of the most pivotal roles on this map. If you can be everywhere, like the greats on the AWP, on the CT side of Nuke, you can completely ruin the lives of a T side. So a lot on the kid.
See if he can make its debut on Nuke with a bang. This is a very meta smoke right now. They can flash through it. Limits what Alex can contribute. Tucked on Tetris. Maybe not. Tauson's gone down to Kensizor in the opening. It's Rez parting overlooking. Nice headshots. Double, in fact, from hypex and Rez in combination. NPL kept humble, and that's the site cleared. Kensizor going down. Looks like Essential will have a look, and it results in a clean headshot from Rez's AK.
I think this is where the coach would be great to be able to... Oh, this is her. This is a kill. You're dead. See you later. 5-1. Running away with it now.
Okay.
This is where having the coach, I think, could act as a point to tether the individuals to say, hey, let's take a little bit more responsibility. Let's not just try and win rounds individually. We have to do this as a team. Taking fights when rounds are already lost instead of saving guns with the loss bonus starting to build to give them more opportunities. And that's just the unfortunate lay of the land that they found themselves in as they take their first tactical timeout. But at this point, let's say we swapped halves with 7-5 even in favor of Bait. GamerLegion going to be happy with 5 to their name. Now it's about icing on the cake.
And this 30 seconds from Bait is also an opportunity for GamerLegion just to find a way in which he could maybe have more than 5. Things are trending that way.
Yeah, especially with the buy. It can't be a full shove right now from Bait. It is just going to have to be some light investments. Essential with the shotgun. Pistols for Sizzy, Alex, and MPL, and hypex bringing the energy. Kensizor chips in with an M4. We saw him with a Hero M4 on Inferno. Wielded it to great success. But he is one of the A defenders alongside of Alex, this time starting yard in lieu of MPL.
They're going quick ahead of the smokes. Kensizor was caught. He was trying to mantle up and he thought he had more time. Hypex has provided an opening. 10 kills deep is Hypex. This guy is a talent. And he doesn't want to end his major here and now. Fighting for his tournament life. Tooth and nail. Did Snack spot him on the jump up? I think he did. Yeah, we'll pick that one up comfortably. And this one is going one way fast.
Yeah, whether he did or the radar did, either way, the result is the same as PR. Playing everyone's favorite cat and mouse game. Up you come.
Zentil's going up with a bag 7. Yep. Sometimes it'd be like that.
And Alex will try his luck now as well. So 6 rounds confirmed. The gun's coming into the next, and we might see Bait just try and really force the hand by going for like a yard control setup, or maybe something where they want to react into lobby based off of yard smokes. But I like the call there from GamerLegion. Bit of pace. They put their aim on display, and some boots have been spotted going up that ladder.
He's going to try it.
Well, at this point, you may as well just try and play for a couple of kills. No, he's going to be covered now, and Rez confirms that all 5 staying alive. The cash, it's brimming at this point, and GamerLegion in such a strong position to close this.
But like this, you can detect there's just such a shared focus, you know, in Unity. We're not over-celebrating. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. This is GamerLegion knowing that, like, things can go crazy in Counter-Strike.
And on the other side, you're starting to see a couple of these dents starting to show. Now, Kensizor can operate in top site with just an MP9, but he went for the Hero M4. He got nothing done. They don't even have a defuse kit right now.
All right. Something has to change if Bait want to stay at this major.
I just want to see them try and connect with each other, right? Don't let it go down like this. Keep the team element of Counter-Strike alive regardless of the scoreline.
Oh, wow. Tauson nearly found Alex 666 just on the spam. NPL can confirm if there is another wall.
And now the smokes have faded. Sizzy from Lockers. So the two of them do have a good bait and switch setup available to play off of one another.
Here comes the other wall. They won't force any reactions off the back of this.
But Snacks being on top of main, is he just going to be a real late lurky boy, or is he going to drop in and try and turn this into an A-split? Well, his team appear to be pathing towards ramp. And that's where Sizzy finds himself with the AWP.
The youngest man at the major, looking to ignite, to have a respectable CT half in this do-or-die affair. First is clean. Catches Tauson ahead of the flash pop. Ramp now flying the flag of GamerLegion.
With Snacks still on top of main, they can pivot back to A and he can clamp in. Like, he can drop down into main and kind of scoop up the mess. They are pathing back now. Alex being top hut, extremely powerful.
This is good. This is shaping up nicely for Bait's second round here. Kensizor still with an incendiary at 25. If they try and push hard, he's going to throw it. Still back exposed. Alex does go down. They're through the flame, getting awkward now. Needs help. Kensizor's down. There's one. No, doesn't even finish it. PR hits the shot in time. He saves Snacks. One more bullet, one more millisecond, and he's a dead man.
I know they need rounds, but you have to save. You can't go for this.
Oh, you're going to lose it. Ooh, Sizzy can't lose the AWP. 14 HP after his engagement with PR.
And that will cool it off now. They have to save. You cannot give this a go. You don't have a kit.
You've got $100 in your back pocket.
Sure, the loss bonus is in your favor, but these type of rounds, I understand you want to get something on the board. You know that this is going to be a very weak CT side. But these are the rounds that if you go for, you're going to make it even worse.
Very weak is one way to put it.
So MPL tucks away. Sizzy down in secret. Snacks on low HP has extra cash. He's going to try and see if he can snatch this away. Announces the presence outside with the steps, the flash, and he's going to jump into Sizzy. He's above him, and they go down to the bomb.
Oh, he's lost the AWP. Schadenfreude for that one. That's rough. Do you see this demeanor? Still completely focused. You are racking up an insane tally on this T side of Nuke.
And everyone's contributing. Right, Rez had that massive first map. He was a little bit more quiet on the second. Quiet here, but if Rez isn't needed, that's a great sign for GamerLegion.
Funny end to the round.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go down with that low HP, but Snacks ensures it.
I killed him.
Here we go. We got some pace. Looks like they want to walk through this smoke. It's a bit of a blind spot for Kensizor. He's not active on that. They're already into the site. Little does he know, they're right outside. Back turn from Tauson. NPL good for it. Hang on, looking good. The CTs just need to find Snacks and Rez. And it's just Snacks. NPL's had a round there. And Snacks goes down for the 4th NPL quad kill to get bait their 2nd. They try and turn up the heat, try and go for some pacey poppy play towards the top site, and I think that's going to probably temper the pace into the following.
I'd take a timeout if I was yeah, there it is. Okay, the reason I say that is make sure that you don't run out of cash. Sure, they were stacking it, but a couple of those rounds there was a few dents, and now after the buys, you can see it here on the heads-up display, after the purchases, the high end is 5.3 on PR. So with your loss bonus, bottom of the barrel, because you've been having such a great old time on this T side, you want to make sure that this doesn't turn into a recovered half and bait start believing. Because right now, they're probably not, right? I understand the game's not over till it is, but at the moment, they're getting ragdolled around the server, having to pull out some tough rounds. And the thing is, they won that force. If they had found the conversion off of that, this would be a completely different half. Both these teams really struggling with second round conversions, or even sometimes just against ecos with a few Deagles and Tech 9s in the mix if you're GamerLegion. But right now, Inferno, that feels like a lifetime ago. With how you handled him on Mirage, you could have had this done in a 2-0 fashion. Is this a repeat call?
Looks like it. This time, Alex has eaten the flashbang fully.
Down the vent with the bomb.
Oh my god.
No one can respond to this. Ascenthiel rotated up the ladder.
There's no counterplay. Unless you get the spam on the smoke when the run.
And you've got these lurks. Snacks in lobby, hypex outside. The other 3 just need to batten down the hatches.
PL looking the wrong way, was clearing his corners. Gets in for one another towards yard. Alex should be able to have this one clean. Okay, finds the headshot. Sizzy could be susceptible to PR on this headshot angle. Blocked on one side, channeled into this powerful position.
Look at how many nades they have on the CT side, so they're not going to be able to use them.
Sizzy, down and out. PR makes it so.
Safe. If you can, which you can't. This is turning the screws right now. This really stings.
I can't believe he's called that.
You have so many nades left. They've just a vent drop play.
A vent dive with so much at stake.
8 now. They just keep racking them up. Tauson goes down with the ship short. Kenzizor and Alex survive with AKs.
What an insane call.
Yeah, money's not a problem right now. It's rounds. Bait will be able to drop some guns. They get Sizzy back the orb. Everybody should be good in the hood. Maybe one MP9 in the mix, but they're just getting trounced at the moment out, Bait. This is not the way you want it to go down.
Did you get away with that?
You see this as well, the restraint there. GamerLegion get lower. It's only 3 players, but what they do is they funnel the smokes on their perspective left side to force only one side pick. They could just have used both and been like, oh, shit, we need to make sure we secure the site. It was just poise on display right now.
Is it ramp rush? Hypex is just taking down Alex Main. Kenzizor stops PR in hut.
Good smoke.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needed.
All right, they can stunt this one out for now.
Rez doing a sweep of yard.
So hit the pause. They have lots of U2 hoping that Bait go looking for answers. But they've shored things up quite nicely. This forward position of MPL does alleviate a lot of pressure. Sizzy's extremely committed and really relies on Kenzizor not letting them out that door.
Hypex eye to the scope.
Oh dear. Juggling you till now. You don't know what's coming.
Kenzizor going to be forced off. Drops down 20 HP. A bullet from Tauson and he's dead. Yeah, easy. Oh, and Snacks through the smoke denies MPL a follow-up. He only gets the one. Now we drive vents and there's no one home. Sizzy, however, had a chance onto Tauson.
Senthiel's trying to get there. He can address the problem.
It's not looking good. Power positions adopted. Snacks can lend a hand. You're trying to bait and buy time for Sizzy to find something on the flank, but it costs you everything. And that's 9. GamerLegion are putting in a shift to survive another day of play. And looking to throw the knockout blow to Bait.
Yeah, you just look at the details there. So Sizzy's trying to throw the smoke, or Kenzizor's requested the smoke, so he can block the door again. And think about how potent that would have been considering what just unfolded. But he misses the toss, it lands on the ground, they make a sound cue, and then they just get overrun a moment later. It's just the tiny details. But this is looking like an extremely dominant half. One more for double digits, one more before the break.
Will there be anything to hold on to? A nice kill from MPL. He's been doing his best. The trade from Rez keeps him humble. And a lot of room on yard. Alex is sick of losing to these vent dives. He's gone down himself, and hypex is waiting for him to poke his nose on this tight line. Okay, confirmation of CT occupation. So paranoid about every angle is Sizzy. Good position for this. Gets a leisurely Tauson. Bomb on the radar as well.
Yeah, but expecting to be swarmed, and he's right. Rez is close by.
It's going to have to be some combat warping. Oh, sound cue made. Rez. Oh, doesn't find the clean kill. Sizzy gets a couple of chances, but now a 3-on-3. They're in lobby. Rez's perfect Molotov will deny any access through hut. And now they confirm Kensisor towards the door. Still, PR goes down. M4 well utilized. hypex getting awkward. Still manages to find the belated trade. He'll escort the bomb in. Rez has got a good angle for this, but if Alex comes through as well, it's going to be a weird fight. They're clearing the rafters. Exposed. One tap from Rez. 1v1. Hang on a second. hypex just goes swinging in. A bit of a Hail Mary. Bait will secure themselves something. 3 is all they have to work with as they swap to the T side of Nuke. The writing's on the wall. Are Bait's bags packed?
again. The first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there. Cole. Oh! What a jumping double from Cole! What is going on right now? How does he do this? Cole has saved Luminosity with the all-play.
It's looking rather condemning coming into our third and deciding map with elimination at stake. Bait in stage 1 picked themselves up the 3-0, gliding into stage 2, motivated and ready to dominate. Instead, they find themselves now just 4 rounds away, if GamerLegion have their way, to a 0-3 exit.
Yeah, wins against Tyler Thunder Down Under and M80 got them here. Losses to Foot and M80, while in close fashion, have condemned them to the 0-2. And GamerLegion are the ones to pack their bags and send them home if they can't turn this half around.
And understandably seen as a bit of a mountain to overcome on the attacking side.
They're faking top rush ramp.
Okay, PR hears them coming and hasn't found that immediate headshot. They have. He's down to 3 HP and hypex was unable to find anything. Snacks can, dips in and over dips. Goes for a second peek and Sizzy taps.
Keep coming.
There's more where that came from. Rez trying to take his fights, can't hit the headshots. PR just 1 and oh my god, he's got 3! The running and gunning. Bates hopes and dreams. Hanging in the balance, it's up to Alex, 666, to give Bates something to hold on to. There it is, a pistol. It's a little something that could be the start of something bigger.
PR getting 3 kills there on 3 HP. I think that was absolutely insane output there, but you bang on Alex, the in-game leader, holds on and keeps the game flowing.
I mean, that is a necessary.
It is 3 kills on 3 HP.
It is 3 kills on 3 HP.
That's a bit of a device high ramp top play from once upon a time.
Doesn't mean anything thanks to Alex.
Okay, well.
I mean, tensions are high.
We know MPO has some venom in him. Just ask Pimp.
Let's see what happens on this second round, huh? We've had this series, second rounds have not been respected.
And not as safe as houses.
No, far from it.
Very up and down stock market, I'd say. They have 4, so GamerLegion are giving Bay a way back into this game. It does mean they have to convert this, and look at Snacks on the cusp of the smoke. Chips away, goes down. Alex.
Backing his aim. He was aiming for that 1D headshot. Thank you very much. It's not where I wanted it, but it's accessible.
Quick little waterfall there. Rez will path out a main and gets behind Unbreakable as the support of PR from Lockers. And hypex is coming over, so setting up a bit of a shooting gallery in case there's pathing in towards Secret or Warehouse. Well, Lockers is blocked.
Alex is dead. Tauson's
Crazy to path in
a
the smoke.
Nice shot from Sizzy, though. He's just tapping him long range. Tauson uses that Galil to great effect. Rez profits from the distraction. A HE bowls Essential over. 1v2 must win or you're out of the picture. Kensizor swings into Rez.
Scout.
Up against a scout at this kind of range. Hypex spotted, long range. Kensizor stands his ground, knows he needs to stay dynamic and mobile. Peeks on in, a scout bullet hit. Both of them equally low.
Does hypex think he's going ramp? He darts down towards B. So Kensizor, if he just heads in towards A, can plant this bomb. But if he drops down the vent, he's going to be running into the den. The HE will signal the top plan. Bomb gets punched, 40 seconds on the clock now. And hypex, this becomes so difficult on the retake. You know you've tagged Kenzie short, but he could be absolutely anywhere. Clock out.
Why is he ready? Why is hypex and Kensizor about to close? Oh, he's missed it! Kensizor's allowed to get another round. Okay. Holy moly. That's a crazy miss.
I think hypex saying, where is he going?
I mean, yeah, I understand you're not ready for that fight. Kensizor in a 1v1, an inspired rotation or a crazy risk, either way it pays off.
The nade, 5-7 combo.
Bonk.
Double up from Rez, you think that's it, but a big clutch from Kensizor to keep them in it.
He hits another bullet.
I think it's a jump scare for hypex as Sizzy laughs it off.
Crazy side of events.
Pistol upgrades to get past here. It's not the force, sure, but this isn't just a USP eco.
I mean, this is 2 1v1s in this do or die affair.
This is the way back I was talking about, because 6, even though it's not a guarantee, Bay are still heavily favored in this round, and then it just becomes a 3-round game. And that belief, it'll creep back in. Snacks peppered at range by Alex again. So you've kept the pressure on. If you're GamerLegion, it's not as bad as it could have been, right? You could have just been run over in these rounds and feeling a little bit helpless in this CT side, but you know you're right there.
I feel like those are two 1v1s. The fact that you won them is a bit of a fire starter.
I think you win the first rifle round, game on.
Yeah.
It all comes down to the next round of play, assuming that they convert this. And with the open runway over towards ramp, Tauson down towards B. They should be good to get in and get the job done. Well, he's not going to spread. Tauson will be safe. Now it's just about keeping the bodies alive if you bait. Alex goes down in the interim. Surely not anyone else oversteps the mark. Boys, you got your knives out again.
Thankfully, Essential just drops into dark. Why is no one holding this? Okay, it's held by Kensizor.
I think because that molly was there, they weren't expecting anybody to be on that type of timing, but surely enough seconds had subsided as damage looking to be done. As mentioned, you want to keep the bodies alive if you're bait. But, you have taken so many casualties in these rounds, you kind of need the cash, especially if you want to make this comeback possible. Rez Galil doing more damage, not letting them get away with anything. He's the one to go down as they save a Galil and an AK. So they do salvage the best of the bunch. Game leader still believing. The call's being made. Alex gets in with a Galil. Sizzy, the AWP, the same for hypex, but this is the first rifle round for GamerLegion in this half of play. They just put this one to bed now. They did all the hard work on their T side. This is just about a couple of CT rounds. It should be easy. Very quick from Alex. He'll be across.
Audible to PR.
Orb ready for him.
Ready for him. Can't afford an AWP miss here. And hypex provides the opening.
Oof, hard to make the call quickly off of that. You're blocked elsewhere. They will test ramp.
Is it wide open? Snax is on his way. Oh, okay. That's a lot of info safely.
But you've already got hypex down B and Rez has joined him. And the AWP. This is a perfect angle to stunt them on the way down. And bait, no. This is a crazy move through hell.
This is, especially because Snax can shoot your boots. Gets the info they're coming hell. He's playing this safe, playing it passive. Lets them have the room, informs his team.
PR's the man who might be able to mop up this. Rez as well coming up secret. The two of them can activate.
Oh god, PR got caught off somehow. Easy pick for Snax though, onto Essential. Kept at bay by the flame. They have to find the finish. They've got 30 seconds and they're nowhere closer to a bomb site. Even Tauson flanking them now. Kensizor's acknowledged that potential. Hang on, Rez composed on the spray. Finds MPL and Sizzy booked in yard.
25 seconds for Kensizor to get that bomb and get 3 kills.
No chance.
Unless he starts running now, how's he meant to win this?
He's not even playing for the round.
Playing for the save. 10 rounds for GamerLegion.
Just like that.
Rez.
Yeah, he came out, I mean, he came out swinging. I suppose maybe they felt like they'd killed one. Weren't ready for number 2.
All right, well, Kenzie will get to retain this. It looks like he's going to be given the good graces. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this round is done. But because of how close these rounds have been up until this point, there's really no money for bait. Right? They weren't able to have clean rounds. Every single one of these has been damn close. The ones that they won, they had 1 player survive or just 2. So the damage has been done. GamerLegion have chipped away at them, and this is it, coming through the flames, not expected. MPO goes down. The second one just has to steady himself against the AWP, and the grin on the face.
Yeah, that's cheeky. Because the moment they throw that Molotov, they worry about everything else. Catches them unprepared.
Now, this is what they're able to buy around the saved AK. It's a Galil, it's some pistols.
It's ugly.
And they're running out of chances.
This is a powerful angle when up against like a Tech 9 pop.
Snax up to the same yard antics, has all the room, and knows that these top players can be prepared for the pounce. You can see they're playing strong for ramp and strong for top because Snax had all the outside information. So they know exactly that this cannot be a yard play. Another smoke wall's in the air, sure. But it's going to take some time before they can cross and get down secret. So does hypex get pulled away? Does PR get forced to drop under?
He's got support of hypex as well.
Top fake.
hypex doesn't move, and he nails his first shot. Now, question is where's PR? An audible drop. hypex not overextending. Rez has just pushed lobby. He's actually traded places with Alex. That could lead to some misinformation, but he is flanking them. The longer they keep them paused on ramp, Sizzy's going to go find him with a little crouch peek headshot. Finds Rez with the Tech 9. Up to the top side as Alex catches Tauson. They're fighting their way back in. Alex catches hypex. This is it. Snacks up heaven, held by Alex, looking for another kill. This is 3 kills deep from their captain, pulling Bait back into this game.
Bomb has been planted.
PR, no choice but to save here. And I'll be honest, my audio's pretty low in terms of in-game volume, but I'm almost positive Rez made a step there. That's why Sizzy was so ready for him. And then that's why they weren't ready for Alex coming out the squeaky door on the top side. So the margins, they hold on. PR retains this M4 short. Does he? Now just going to take it safe. Alex goes down with the ship, but he's the man who got the multi. Putting in a lot of hard work this second half is Alex. And with a round like that,
if you're Tauson, you are furious. The fact that you just died out to a Tech 9, finding a gap. Your teammate walked past him in the smoke. Yeah, just like that. Perfect camera. This is the
there
gap.
It is. Yeah, and there's the step as well, right? So,
so Sizzy was prepared, and Alex caught Tauson unprepared. I mean, that is it. That is how the round is won.
Well, this isn't a force right now from GamerLegion. They're going to get 2,900 into the next, so they've partially invested behind the safe. There's another M4 on the field and a couple of pistols. So Bait, they didn't win the first rifle round, but they've won one that could be worth 2. If they can convert against this, get past the landmines. Boosting stacks over the smoke, and it was anticipated by Alex.
Yeah, he even pulled the trigger first. He spotted them setting it up.
He's been the man finding a lot of impact in this second half of play, and he's gone down first here, so it has to be the puppet master from the grave.
Yeah, and as far as checklist goes for winning a round like this, it's one of those rifles drawing first blood. No one swung off that flash. And Pial gets something off of it. Top is held by 2 unarmored pistols in Tauson and hypex. Tauson has Kevlar, excuse me. And beyond the wrap in. hypex not ready for that whatsoever, just gets wrapped and hits it in, and that should be round.
Tauson's going to come through this. He's going to give it a go. Why not?
Why not?
Bomb has been planted.
A moment there, almost lined up for him. Could have just unloaded with the 5-7. Now Snacks is going to give it a look through Hart. 1v4 situation, and he's just going to hold on to this. So at this point, it's getting very serious, right? You win that first half in such dominant fashion, a 9-3, you're thinking the hard work's done, but now it's a game. Now it's just 2 rounds. Now this one's close, and you're starting to feel, are we doing our best NRG impression?
I mean, the bar was set at 3, right? You know, sporadic. One of them being the second round after losing the pistol. Bait, it didn't feel like enough. 3 CT rounds, we thought, okay, well, that bar is set in an incredibly attainable level.
Good chip away again from Snacks. Something that they have done well in this second half is continue to limit the finances of Bait, not allowing them to start build a bucket of cash, right? And this is going to put pressure on them in every freeze time. Someone is going to have to manage the drops, whether that's the in-game leader or you're calling for your own, but there has to be some extra comms taken there before you can start making the call just to level out the buys. It won't be a problem, but it just means that even if they go on a run, they're never feeling comfortable.
And then you always run the risk of being broken early.
And that's the 3rd timeout from IMD used now. There is nothing left in that department for GamerLegion to call. And there's still some for Bait. If I'm Alex at this point, I don't take another. I don't let the coach chip in. We don't have one. We don't need it. So handling that even after Alex's opening death. And Bait, not dejected, not given up. They're still in this.
GamerLegion continue to capitulate.
I need to step up with comms. Last 2 rounds we lost because we are not asking enough questions, because we are not saying what we are doing. Yeah, this is the only reason. So now We know. Focus on the fucking comms, okay?
Well, while that comms clip's happened, they're out ramp and down secret.
If I want to communicate that. PR's lost his head.
Yeah, and he is frustrated as hell.
Okay, hypex, good find onto Sizzy, emerging aggressive. There's a whole lot more where that came from. He's still concerned about a vent dive.
They have so many nades, they can flush this out. Get your smokes, get your mollies in.
Pressure applied from ramp. Tauson trying to keep NPL busy. Bomb goes down. This is the patience from Alex. Rez unprepared for such an angle. Bait again looking to collect. GamerLegion can't afford to go for this.
What a call. What an insane call. Just a fast yard to get the secret control and a ramp play. And PR, he's out of position, goes down. hypex tries to peel something away, but they might lose everything here. Alex playing ahead, takes another gun. Snax and hypex, the poles having a cower hit. Back to T-spawn they go.
Fighting for their major lives.
They've been here an awful lot with these saves.
Incredible. I mean, Bait, it's 1v1, 1v1, 1v2. Every round is tooth and nail, but it's one round separating them now.
That's their most convincing round so far of this T-Hall. They are pulling this back and in style. And that was the last time out of GamerLegion called. They're frustrated that you saw the immediate body language of PR once he goes down. The way that they've opened is not what they were expecting. At least the saves do get them another buy. Bait are having to do this the hard way. Gun round after gun round.
Easy. I think NPL's just opened up the account onto Snax with the info relayed by Sizzy. Gonna try his luck on a smoke break here. Anti-flash does expose, but NPL's real quick. He ain't giving up without a fight, charging to try and run down hypex. He wants the AWPer, he wants him dead, and he's made it so. 3 on 2. Everything to play for. Tauson responsible for A. Drops into the site. It's PR that's keeping containment of the yard from hell. Bomb's making its way, contact into the wide open B bomb site.
Well, this is perfect. While they're searching for info, Bait are taking the space that's wide open. PR's coming through to comb this. He might take, not clearing credit. So if he waltzes past, if he goes down secret behind him, NPL will not know about this. But if he goes into main, he's a dead man walking back, turned, back spotted. PR doesn't pull the trigger.
Does so now. NPL removed from the pack. PR audibly returning towards main as the sound is made and the bomb is planted. Dropping in! Death sentence! Would you expect a second? Kensazor would. Kensazor does! It's all tied up now! That advantage you thought you had with a 9-3 half is disintegrating before our very eyes. Bait remain focused, stiff upper lip.
They're buying in again here, GamerLegion. I'm talking about how they have money because of these saves, sure, but this will not be around with a hypex AWP. I don't even think they can afford a defuse kit because they're prioritizing the firepower, and with the coach unable to step in, with all those timeouts gone, this is where the frustrations really start to brew. There's no way to stall this out. Bait, they're the ones believing, while GamerLegion are starting to feel this is hopeless.
I think their hope is waning.
Remember, coming into this match, they had 2 terrible matches against Astralis and Betboom where they were made to look silly.
Now those cracks are being exploited by a determined Bait.
Snax is main, hypex is in the rafters, and Rez is secret, so they're relatively strung out here.
Well, Rez's position is the solution to anything yard-centric. He pokes his nose up and there's nothing to report. Little does he know it's coming late.
Yeah, bad information right now.
Lockers, smoke, and info. Oh, he re-peeks into Alex!
They're not missing right now.
They are hitting everything. You give them just a little bit of info, a flash of flesh, and they'll take you down. Snax has managed to rotate in. He'll be here. But it's 1 man versus 3. Just contact walking this whole way. What can you do? Nothing at the hands of NPL's AK. Another body drops. Maybe PR can step up. It's just the two. Hypex with empty hands and an empty skull. Tauson 1v3. Does he even have a chance? Kensizor gives him the fight. Softened up for the nade. Tauson dips back. Not going to kill him. Incendiary might. And no! Kensizor just stands and bangs.
Oh, someone did a death slam down there after those deaths came in. There's only 2 more rounds required now, and the money is in the mud. Don't wait for a miracle, do it yourself. Well, that's exactly what Bait are doing on this comeback. I thought there was absolutely no way. Again, this team has an average age of 20.6. They do not have their coach with them. They were down 9-3 on the CT side of Nuke, and they are turning this around with a masterclass of a T side on their own.
And they aren't missing. I think you said it best.
That's, yeah, it's a water bottle that's got one there.
Sizzy's accelerating. PR's got to turn that flash. His MP9 primed and ready. Hang on a second. Little bit of a fire starter if Rez and PR have kicked up enough of a stink that no one's looking at Tauson's 5-7. Starts to pepper, finds one. Dips away. You've got a 2-on-4. You've got the hard work done. Don't give them a way back in. Hypex finds cover. Supported by Rez. A headshot angle. Look at Essential. Hits it. If you don't hit that first bullet right now, Bait will win.
He's mollied. It's not going to spread. He's okay. He's safe.
Okay. But Kensizor sweeping through the rafters might even consider the possibility. He sees it didn't land properly. One little jigger from Hypex and he's a dead man. Oh. Ram's being flanked. Senthiel, back turned. Looking good for GamerLegion's 11th. Kensizor in the clutch, gets caught, jumping down. Okay, there's something. That is the second CT round we've seen in 10 rounds in this second half.
That right there was a partial buy. They have just won their second round in this half on a partial buy.
Wow.
They decided to really lift the tempo with this ramp rush, and they were stalled out. Rez, he catches Alex trying to go down the vent. It's over towards ramp. They get stalled by this combo. And then Essential, he's trying to connect with Kensizor, who's gone the long way around. As soon as he gets the ramp info, he tries to drop in, and PR lets out a roar. There's the second timeout for Bait. They do let IMD on the mic. And the pressure somewhat alleviated for GamerLegion now. Two rounds one way or the other, and we get this done in regulation. One apiece. Split it down the middle, and we're going to overtime. This is the counter-strat you want to see at a major when elimination is on the line.
Young talents on both sides of the server.
As soon as this game is over, so's your season. Don't leave Cologne with any regrets.
Put it all out there. An 11-11 scoreline, third map, 0-2 elimination from the major at stake. Smoke wall. Thrown out early.
Hypex starting the AWP down B, so considering the pace of which they've crossed in other rounds, he won't be able to go and poke his nose up secret unless he's crazy. So you can see where he's drawn the line in the sand on the X-ray here. I don't know if anyone's gone fast, and Alex has had some of these rounds where he's just erupted across. Now the second wall.
What's the pathing? Another HE. Snacks has got such a large cache of them, but has been unable to ascertain any information. He's ready for that push. It looks like Alex is going to be caught out here. Oh, flash, info. Yep, Snacks. Quick reaction. Dips behind the red box. Has an understanding now. It's very little amount of information, but it's informed Snacks' position, and now perhaps catches them both. How good's your clear? How good's your pathing? Not good enough. Oh, it is just enough. In combination, they do get past Snacks.
Feel it's a top split now through heaven. You have to push lobby for this fight.
Also needs space.
Coming out the door with the bomb.
It's vulnerable. Here's them coming outdoor. Rez responsible for heaven. He has to find the multi here.
25.
Pressure amplified. Another headshot here. Bait are doing it. Looking good as Kensizor shuts them down.
Oh, Hypex's body language there. He's still alive and he's dipping the head, and PR's losing his. It's just Hypex looking to save this.
They take 12 first? Are you serious?
And they've kept all 5 alive in this round. Alex is calling up a storm on this T side, and he's hitting hard. 18 kills. Kensizor, 21.
You have a 3 CT round, and you're keeping GamerLegion to 2.
The margin of error was fine, but this is Bait.
Sizzy
showing some real...
denied that AWP, and Hypex will hold on to it, fighting for his tournament life. OT or bust, OT or GG. And GamerLegion's major ends with heavy heads.
Both of these teams, they were on our screens to start the year at the big boy events, right? For Bait, it's a little bit different. They come off of stage 3 over there in Budapest. They get rid of Headtrick. They try Segukawa. He's not the one back in Krakow. They bring in Sizzy, and they dip away, right? They're not on our screens at the big boy events, but both of these teams have had a resurgence in the late stages. It's GamerLegion in Atlanta. Grand final against Na'Vi. That made a whole lot of people a believer in a major run for them, not ending here.
At the Pick'ems. A lot of people had high expectations. GamerLegion themselves had high expectations, and it could end at the end of round 24. Headshot hit again from NPL. He nearly had him, but Alex has found another through the smoke. It's looking over. GamerLegion have to turn it around, a 2-man disadvantage. Bait are about to complete what would be an insane turnaround in the third map. A 10-round T-Hall, just 3 kills away. Feels like he needs to take some space. Rez surging into lobby.
Oof, everyone's on their way back to lobby. Sizzy's coming back with the bomb. Senthiel the tail of this. They've just parked Alex outside. They have to be wary of this possibility. If anything, you'd expect it, or just as GamerLegion are expecting sector clear. Rez, is he going to get caught with the timing?
It seems inevitable.
He's looking the wrong way.
They're in lobby. His back is turned to them. Oh, we can't about face in time. Sizzy's got the shot.
On B.
They've done it. Bait with 5 alive. A T-side calling masterclass from Alex666. And for GamerLegion, a 0-3 exit. How is that their reality? A lot of people had high expectations. And their season will end in dismay, in misery, at the hands of Bait as they complete the comeback in regulation, and Essential waves them goodbye.
An insane comeback from a team that is aged 20.6 average, and this is shattering for GamerLegion. They did not come to play in stage 2. It is not the same team that we saw taken to the server. Out of sorts. I thought